to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Suffocating, I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
guys all doing today? I hope you guys are ready to see some new designs that are happening in-game right now by an outfit who just invited me to their outfit workshop training session part 1. We're about to check out BWAE teaching the L way, learning the way of the BWAE. I hope you guys are ready to check that out. I'm currently in training as well. I'm going to learn everything I can from the L way. Hopefully I don't get kicked out in the middle of this. And I hope you guys are ready to see what L way and B way together has to offer to all of you who are currently watching. Thanks, guys, for being positive and respectful and family-friendly. Before we begin, I'm going to go ahead and do the whole spiel. We're going to go ahead and pull this up. And today, we're going to pay attention to how TTP Shades and Man from BWAE is going to help us and Judas Fluidus. And I believe there's more coaches and trainers out there. I apologize, I didn't name all their names out there. We're going to see how we can get involved with them and learn the ways that they actually handle this game. And I hope you guys who don't know them already are in for a good treat. Who do know them already and have been shot by them many times on Emerald server are going to understand why. And so let's go ahead and basically switch the screens up, and then we're going to go and say hi to them in the TeamSpeak channel. I think they're all grouped up right now. But give me 1 minute. We're going to pull the screen up first. All right. There's the green screen. Let's go ahead and turn this green screen to chroma key. And the chroma key is now set up. And I can see myself really well. And let's get a chance to go and turn on the in-game voice comms. And let's go ahead and switch over to the outfit spotlight. And so we can actually showcase these guys. And let's turn on the audio and say hi to everybody. We're currently live on stream with BWAE. What's up, everybody?
Yo.
There they are. That's BWAE in a nutshell. We're currently in game. I'm currently looking at these guys. Look at all these guys on top of the crystals. This is amazing. I have to say, one of the things that these guys did. Why are we stuck inside this circle? Is this a thing that BWAE does that brings you the? Oh! What the? We're gonna die! What the hell's happening? Come on, psychological, keep it together! Keep it together! Come on, park the big. Oh! God! Jesus!
Can't make it.
No.
Not make it.
No.
Dead.
Dead.
I got one frame from over there. I've never seen
We killed all my
that
friends.
big.
Yo, hey. Get up by the warp terminals. Let's go. Up by the warp
Let's
terminals.
start this, guys.
Oh god.
Oh, that was good.
Lord. That was great.
Guys are
Alright.
sick.
Group up by the warp terminals. That was solid.
Like, hey, let's bring ArsheeTV involved in here. We're gonna train him. Like, but. All right, I'm back. That was intense. What the just happened, man? That was incredible.
That was the BWAE Space Force X.
That's insane. We can send people across the cloud. I'm respawning right now, and we're gonna go ahead and start in the very beginning. We're changing the master volume. That was incredible. That was the initial way of joining BWAE when they give you a chance to fly. I think basically say, I'll show new world. I'm just kidding. So tell me who's in charge tonight. What are we looking forward to? And I'm so brand new to this as far as what this training has to offer. Do you want to give us a nutshell as far as what part one's about, and then what should we look forward to with part 2 and part 3 before we begin?
Gotcha. So Archie, this is Shade speaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Defensive Shades, TTP Shades from Emerald VS. If you have not been shot by him yet, you will soon. Continue.
So we'll be actually going over just like basic stuff tonight for the most part. So like setting sensitivities, how to crouch properly, how to do the ADAD movement, which a lot of people like start learning off as the first thing they would do when starting the game, and then just a couple other basic things like just like working with a partner or what you call a battle buddy, and then 2 advanced topics. Although a lot of people have been teaching it like frequently, like the theorem shuffle and just a little bit about client side. And we'll have instructors throughout the night tonight go through many of these things with me. But we'll definitely start off with just those overviews I just mentioned first.
Sounds good. Sounds good. You just said there's a shuffle. Are we gonna all be dancing tonight?
Yeah, there will be a dance class in the middle of this training session.
I'm presenting right now with my camo. Go ahead and basically continue. I'm sorry. And then, so Shades, I'm just gonna basically be a trainee. I'm just gonna follow what you have to say. I might ask questions here and there, and let's see how far we can get in. As far as anybody who understands, what is the level of understanding players need to have to be a part of workshop training part 1?
Honestly, all they would really need, because this is like our first training session, would just download the game and then figure out your mouse sensitivities, which is usually the first thing people do, and just figure out your settings, which is like the second thing people do. So downloading the game is probably the first part, and then actually playing it.
Awesome. I heard earlier something about like having 5,000 kills to understand the level of basics as far as this workshop. That means you have to have some experience to follow through in this game. Is that correct? In this workshop training process, or you think all new players will gain something from it?
I think most new players should be able to figure out at least everything we're teaching for tonight for workshop 1, just because it's like really basic in terms of telling them A, what they have to do, and then B, instructing them like isn't too difficult, because this is something they can like, actually get into right away versus something they couldn't be able to do.
Sounds good. Thank you, man. And so yeah, I'm just currently in my heavy assault. I'm ready to go. I'm wearing my pants, I believe. Yes, I am. Okay, let's go.
All right, fantastic. All right, folks. So first thing we're gonna do is actually tab out of the game and go to the PowerPoint slide that you guys all have access to. If you have yet to get access to the PowerPoint slide, just click on the TeamSpeak channel, and you'll find above that it's got the link to the Google presentation doc, and then another link to a Watch Together website, which we kind of use to like instruct people. Although you can use it to watch movies. So that'll be the first thing. Once you guys get there, we'll quickly go over slide 1, and then just reiterate like what I was repeating before. We'll go over settings first, then sensitivity, then we'll teach about the AD/AD crouch, some battle buddy basics, theorem shuffling, client side for the 6 topics we're talking about tonight. The other topics we'll talk about will be covered in day 2 and day 3, which will be tomorrow and Wednesday. But for now, this is what we're doing for tonight. And then there's also sprint peaking, which is included with theorem shuffling, and that will be discussed later by another coach. All right, if there's any questions so far, otherwise we can go to slide 2.
I do have one question. So currently I'm looking at the same screen with you guys, I hope. It's Bushido Way Group Training Section 1 Startup, and these are the overview locations. We're looking at overview 1 settings, sensitivity, AD/AD, and AD/AD crouching. And AD/AD stands for like people who have ADHD, and then this teaches them how to, focus.
No.
Oh, sorry.
So it's actually your WASD keyboard.
Okay.
So if you notice, like when you're like moving, right, your W is to move forward, S is to move backwards, the left is A, and D is right.
Awesome.
Right. So AD/AD refers to the A on your keyboard and the D on your keyboard. And usually, what happens in game, and we'll teach this as we get further into the AD/AD crouch movement, is basically where you kind of hold your A key first, and then you move left, and then you hit your D key, and then you move right. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to dodge bullets from the enemy using those 2 simple like keystrokes A and D, which is called the AD/AD and AD/AD crouch, because you're gonna eventually add a crouch to it too.
Awesome. Perfect. And then there's the battle buddy basics, and then we're going to theorem shuffle and client side. So we're going to be focusing just on this this website first, and then this Google documentation. Is this meant for everybody? Is this something I can share with everyone?
Yeah, this is a public document.
Awesome. This is a public document. That means I can share it to the chat. There you guys go. You guys currently got it in the chat. I hope you guys utilize it in the best way you possibly can. And we're going to bring in the chat in here so you guys can have a chance. Go ahead, continue. And we're on just the first part.
All right. Yep. So let's head over to slide 2, folks.
I did have a question.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Your question.
Nice.
So I don't think I have a Jaeger count yet. Is that going to take long enough that
Madman will
it's gonna be
take care-
difficult to get
Nope.
in? Or...
Madman will get you right away right now, actually.
Yeah, if you guys don't have a Jaeger count, ping Madman.
Shades, I need the sheet though.
Yep. No problem. I actually put him down. He just probably didn't get it. So here you go.
Thank you.
That's his.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, no one else any other questions? Otherwise, we'll go to slide 2.
Slide 2 it is.
All right, slide 2. Okay, so slide 2, as you guys can tell, there's a little nice picture there, and then we have some instructions and notes on the bottom. I'll quickly kind of go over like what this page does, but basically to access the settings page, you just have to go to settings in game. All you have to do is when you guys log in, if you want to try it out now, is to log back in the game, hit your escape key, and from there you'll click on settings, and then you'll click on graphics.
Okay.
And then once you're there, you guys can tab out back to the PowerPoint
Why is
slide.
the resolution 1904 1040? I know it's not part
that's
of
just
it.
that's just my like little
Got it.
resolution I had in Windows.
We're only focusing on this little blue box, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Got it. and I will follow exactly what you're doing. This graphic setting is going to be meant for L-Way and B-Way to take advantage of. Looks like it's all low settings across the board. Okay.
Correct. Yep. So these are all potato settings for most folks that don't have potato. As you guys know, ultra settings, medium settings, and high settings don't give you as many frames as potato settings does. So most of the frame options we do offer here are for potato users, or what we call potato settings, so you guys can get the maximum bang for your buck.
Roger that.
Couple of things on the notes on the bottom. As you guys can tell, we have render quality set at 100%. This is just a small note for people with high-end GPUs. So we're using like a NVIDIA GeForce, or not GeForce, like a NVIDIA RTX like 2060 up to the 2080 series. If you have like a high-quality GPU, definitely turn your render quality up to 100% because you'll get more frames from just doing that. It'll use more of your GPU than your CPU. Second thing to note, your vertical field of view should be between the values of 74 and 90. This is more of a recommendation than actually something we try to enforce people to do. The only reason why is if you guys don't know about vertical field of view, the higher it is, the better your visual recoil control, meaning that when you shoot at targets, you'll notice that your visual recoil is not as intense as it would be at 55 FOV, which is set by default when you're playing in-game. So if you guys want to actually tab back in the game and give that a try, if you have yet to set your FOV to a high setting, you can just change it if you have it default now at 55 to 74, and then use any gun you like in the game and shoot at a target. And you will notice as you're shooting these targets, compared to 55 FOV, you have a better and easier time controlling your recoil at 74 than you would at 55. So if anybody wants to give that a try now, feel free to do so.
This is actually not bad. I switched everything to low, and just because the high textures, can I go to ultra textures, or will that really screw it up?
Ultra textures should be fine.
All right. It's just like, it still feels good. Oh my god, there's a mountain of doom over there. Okay, so
also, if you change some things in your settings, you're gonna have to restart your game completely for them to actually go into effect.
So you're saying what you're seeing right now on my screen is not the potato that you're talking about?
Yeah, it's not. It's
No.
not full potato.
Full potato. I'll be right back, guys. Let's go ahead and just turn it to full potato, guys. I'm gonna restart this entire thing, and you continue talking.
All right, sounds good. Okay, on top of that, guys, in the additional notes that you guys have at the bottom is render distance. A couple things to mention about render distance. It's pretty simple. At 150 meters, infantry will render from 1 to 150. It will not render past 150 meters if we're just like trying to fight infantry players. For tanks, it's up from 1 meter to 500 meters. Tanks will not render past 500 meters. That includes harassers and other vehicles that are not in the sky. And then for in the sky, so like, you know, your galaxies, your reavers, everything in the air, that will render up to 2,000 meters, but not past that. So, depending on like what type of player you are, if you are an infantry player, our recommendation is usually set it to like 150 for maximum frames. If you want a little bit more, you can set to 500 so you can see tanks. And if you're like, you know, a pilot, then obviously like you might need more than 2,000. And some pilots have recommended over 2,000 is fine, although some stick at 2,000. Is that correct? If I can ask my pilots that.
Yep.
Okay.
Infantry ESFs, you lose render at 1,000 if you're in an ESF. So it's different than infantry can see ESFs farther than ESFs can see other ESFs.
Okay. All right. So just to clarify, you're saying that if you're in an ESF, you can see up to 1,000 meters, correct?
You can see as far, but as far as when they render in.
Okay.
It's
Which
different.
is 1,000. Okay, gotcha.
So they render for infantry faster than they render for each other.
Okay. All right.
I'm so confused what just happened right now. So I
Yeah,
just restarted the
it's
whole
dumb.
client, and it feels like it got darker. I know I can turn up my brightness. Is this what potato looks like on your screens, guys?
Yes, it is.
Yep. That is potato.
Damn.
That's
It does
a lot
look
more
like
You lose a
there's
lot of
like
the-
3 potatoes.
A lot
right
more
here.
frames.
You lose a lot of the haze and a lot of the ambient occlusion and effects, so that's the reason the game looks a little bit darker. You have less bloom and glow.
Hey,
So yeah, you're gonna have to increase your brightness a little bit, but you'll notice your average frame rate will be a lot higher.
Shades, I need another account.
Sure, you got it.
Oh, that sounds good, by the way, Shades. I might have to fix that because the text
Yeah,
is
no
on
worries.
top
Yeah,
to the show.
Yep, no worries, no worries.
I will not share that, no problem. The link will still be at the very top. But yeah.
No, I sent it to him.
Yeah. Yep.
I sent it to you.
Okay. Sounds good. If it does become a problem, I will fix it for the next one. So, oh my God, these guys are really good at driving in there backwards. Okay, so my question is right now, I'm currently looking at this. I want to confirm, this is what everyone sees right now on their screens, correct, guys? This is
Yep.
on stream. This is potato. It's a little darker on the actual the user. Is there a way we can actually brighten the user up a bit, or do I just go to brightness and just manually turn this up manually? Is that what you guys do or no?
Yeah, I usually brightness a bit higher.
Yeah.
Normally about 0.4 to 0.5 for most people.
0.4 to 0.5 sounds
Based
good.
on
Also,
monitor, honestly,
yeah,
based on monitor.
Yeah, and if
Okay.
your monitor has like a built-in black equalizer, you can mess with that because that has a pretty profound effect on darks versus lights in game.
Sounds good. And
Yeah,
then
you can also
so
adjust your monitor brightness.
and at the same time, because I have a pretty beast PC, I still want to follow this design. Do I want to keep render distance at 6,000, or do you want to go lower no matter what? It doesn't matter because I heard
Render
that some render
distance-
ranges doesn't even matter.
Render distance is capped at 3000, so you set it any higher, it won't do anything. The higher the render distance, the higher the input lag. So the delay between any movements you make in the response.
Oh.
So
isn't that like
typically you like to have it as low as possible.
Okay, so you guys did 500, but you're gonna get shot by vehicles and stuff. You'll never see them.
Vehicles don't render infantry outside of 300 meters or so.
What?
And usually a bit lower because of server performance. It's technically it's higher, but it's inside 500 meters that vehicles render infantry.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Yep, no problem. And Archie, you want to give a try for your stream to see if you turn up your FOV in game to 74 and then start shooting at some targets here in VR and then change it to 55, you'll notice a drastic difference in your visual recoil.
Roger that. Let's go ahead and basically show that to everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys the example that he just described. I'm currently at 90, I believe, because I did some like little typing before. I'm not sure how I can fix that. So this is at 90, guys, right now. This is my recoil at 90. And if you guys want to see what happens if you guys actually stay in 55, this is what happens when you go to 55. This is default, right?
Yep, default is 55, correct.
Holy crap. I forgot how it feels like. This is like freaking
Yep.
like a rumble seat. It's like,
Yep,
just like,
that is
oh
a
my
major
god.
difference.
Sorry, that's like probably not what it really does, but this is incredible. So I'm gonna throw out my thought on the idea of why we want to go to a larger FOV. This is 74. How do you go back to 90?
So to go back
User
to 90,
left
we'll
your
actually have to
channel.
head over to slide 3 for that.
Roger that. That's
Yep,
a good
so let's
question.
head over to slide 3.
User left your channel.
Sliding in there.
Canadian, isn't there a command where you can do that in
Yes,
game?
but
Yeah,
I'll
you-
wait
yeah.
till Shades
Yeah.
explains this first.
So for the new player, usually they won't know about the commands that Canadians can talk about, but we'll have the commands coming after. So once you guys head over to slide 3 and tab out of the game back to the PowerPoint, on slide 3, we're kind of demonstrating for you guys on the slide like how you would access your user options INI. To access it, you simply have to just turn on your Planetside 2 launcher, and next to it you'll see a little engineer icon. If you click on that, it will open up advanced settings for you. And from there, we'll click Open Game Directory, and then highlight in yellow in the actual PowerPoint slide, you see that user options highlighted in yellow. You'll have to click on that twice, and it'll open up the Notepad browser to it.
Roger that. No problem.
Alright, and then once you guys get there on the notepad, you'll notice that the user options INI has a whole bunch of settings available to you guys. The ones that we really want to look at and focus on are the ones on slide 4. So to kind of like if you have 2 monitors screen, move slide 4 over to your left monitor, and if you don't, you know, just kind of tab in and out as you're doing it. And you can bring up your notepad, and then you can bring up the actual user options on this slide.
Got it. So one of the problems I'm facing right now is I can't find that user INI location because I don't have the Planetside 2 opening that you have. User INI is going to be a user options thing.
You can open the launcher again, and
Oh.
then you can click on the gear.
Can I push
then it
stop
should-
and open up again?
Yep, you can do that.
I
You
can
can-
push stop. It's not going to ruin the game.
Nope. It won't actually. Oh, you're running on the Planetside 2 launcher.
Against Steam, yeah.
Okay. You can actually access it from the Steam
If
browser.
it screws up, we'll figure it out. We'll see. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
It's gone! That's okay. I'm sorry, guys. So you guys have to load this up if you're on from the Steam launcher. Make sure you guys have this available for you guys before. So we're gonna open this up, and sorry about that earlier. I just got raided by Mayan. Mayan, I love you. Thank you so much for the raid. I was trying to be as silent as I can. I was like, what do I do? It's like we're gonna do a silent version of my shots. Okay, that was awesome. Thank you so much. So we got some new faces here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is workshop training part 1, which is probably going to take a lot longer than the average timing that they actually take. It's all my fault, 100%. And so I'm here right now in the advanced tools. And where do I go from here?
So we'll click on the injure icon to open up advanced tools. From there, we'll click on open game directory. And then you're going to look for a file called user options within that directory you just opened up.
User options.ini.
Yep, correct.
Okay, then what do I do
Scroll
from
to
here?
the bottom. Yep.
And from there, once you open that up, it will open up a little notepad.
Okay, so I'm going to open with Notepad. I hope you guys are watching. This is exactly how you pull this off. You open with Notepad because it might be opening up with a different one. Oh, crap. So we can actually add some cheat codes. Oh, this is great.
What?
Anyway.exe.
Ah, you just heard it live. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, continue.
All right. So with that said, now that we have access to user options, INI, if you guys want to tab back to our PowerPoint slides under slide 4.
Slide 4 from this location. Roger that.
Slide 4. There's an example of what you guys just opened up.
It
there.
shows these shades on the slide. Is that correct? The shades.
It does.
Shades, yes.
Oh,
he's moving his cursor around. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so.
That is awesome. Okay, that's super cool. Continue. That means I know where my professor is located. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So as you guys can tell, like on this little slide set, it kind of gives you exactly what you're supposed to be looking at. So to verify you're looking at the correct settings, or at least the correct pad you'll see on top of the actual slide image says user options - notepad. So if you open that up, you're in the right place since the slide does verify that. With that said, on the right of the notes that are in the slide set itself, highlight and yellow are the most important values to change. The ones not highlighted, we changed in game already. You do not have to check read only since DX11 will save whatever you input into the system. What's that is actually referencing is if you right click and do read only for your actual profile, it will save the settings you have, but it's really not necessary if you're changing the game inside and out of it for the most part. However, 2 things to definitely mention that I don't think a lot of players have been kind of keying into is the newest set of INI changes. You can go full potato. 2 of those changes are particle LD set to 4 for an increase in frames. Apparently, by setting this to 4, we're not really disabling particles, but giving us a chance to actually get more frames by changing that setting to 4 than using 1, 2, or 3, which is low, medium, and high. In addition to that, there's also make sure particle distance set to 0.00. That is below the particle distance LD equals 4 or LD equals 0, depending on whatever you have in your user options right now. And you can change that as well to 0.00.
Traditionally, nobody asks questions during this phase. Everybody knows what they're doing. I'm the only ignorant one here.
There's people who ask questions.
I'm like,
so,
holy!
you're definitely, yeah.
I'm like, nobody's asking a question.
first
Like, come on, somebody else. Tell me you guys are having your mind blown by this. If not, then I'm the only one. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yep, no worries at all.
So particle distance, I'm looking at, there's some info you have that I don't have. Particle distance scale 0.001. I don't even have it in this list. I don't even have smoothing. How do you have all these other ones?
Right, so some of these settings, they actually came from old i9s that people have been using to trigger, to trigger the
They're
actual.
no longer here anymore. Got it.
So what you see on your
Should
i9
not
is
be
what
copying that and
could
putting in my
actually
thing and screwing everything up. Okay.
Yes, because it could actually ruin performance.
Yeah, I could totally see that's that happen. So my next question would be, so right now I did 350, I did field of view 85. Can I go back to 90, or is that 90 a bad idea?
You can't go
whisper
back to 90.
target
That's just that's not exact settings you should be using for field of view. That's personal preference type settings.
So you
The
have
ones you
maximum
really wanna
frames
work
per
on-
second 250. That doesn't mean anything because the monitors can't go past 240. Is that correct?
Repeat that one more time, Archie.
Maximum FPS is equal to 250. There's no monitor that can go past 240. Does that even matter if it's 250? Is that
It does make a difference.
for putting
It's
at 250 versus 240? I just know. I mean, I'm putting at 250.
Oh, I mean, it makes difference to have more FPS than your monitor can display, because it'll still affect how you perceive it.
Really?
When you feel it through the snappiness of your movements, even if you had.
Can I
say,
put
a
1,000 then? Does
FPS
it matter?
monitor.
Does it matter if it?
Well, I mean, that feeling will go away once the FPS drops. So I would just create a more consistent feeling.
Makes total sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm being like a Jaeger god right now, guys. The great ones. That's Arshee's I9 hacking. That's what I'm talking about. The great one. Let's continue moving forward. So I have 250. I'm gonna leave it there. I have 350 render distance. I'm just amazed you guys do 350. That means you guys ignore vehicles. It seems like it, right?
No, vehicles still draw within
We'll,
300
we'll
meters.
still we'll still fight vehicles. It's just we're trying to like negate having to spend more frames on things we don't really need and depending on like the actual engagement, right? So like more
Right.
times than not, like infantry players will be inside of buildings, or like doing close quarter combats with other infantry players. When we have to kill tanks, they're usually like pretty close to us, and they do snipe you far away. I mean, like you're already dead, right? So like forget it. We're not gonna go chase a tank from a billion meters away, but they're up close. We have enough render distance to combat them.
Makes total sense.
Yep. And then with that said, I don't know if you actually checked your TeamSpeak yet, Archie, but I
No.
did send you a paste bin. That's linked to you directly. That you can give to your viewers. That's the latest i9 that we have available for people who want to go full potato. And this one has
So
more.
pastebin.com X2, that one, right? I'm going to share that to everyone. Okay,
That's
there you
the
go,
one.
guys.
Yep.
That's the i9 location that you guys can take advantage of for yourselves, guys. And thank you so much, Shades, for basically letting them know that you guys are also welcoming the chat. Continue.
All right. No problem. Okay, so with that said, that's kind of like our little quick guide to INI settings. If you guys want, please hit our slide 5, and we'll have Canadian instruct the slide.
Awesome.
Okie dokie.
So I'm currently done
so-
with this. I'm going to push Control S, right? I'm going to use our options. I'm saving this.
Yep.
Okay, there's nothing else to do on this part. Perfect. I'm going to number 5.
Okie dokie. Shades has conscripted me to do the sensitivity part. Keyword, I'm being held against my will. Sensitivity is actually, honestly, probably one of the more straightforward things. The only thing that messes this up is the judgment of the user, because when you get more experience, you can tell what sensitivity works better for you. But generally, you want a sensitivity that is 1 above 0.1 for any of the sliders, because in game, when you get to lower FPS, you're actually going to be getting weird issues with your sensitivity and how it slows down when you get on lower FPS. I don't know the exact reason, but you should try and make sure that you have your sensitivity above 0.1 rather than underneath. Other than that,
0.1. Okay.
you have to balance your sensitivity between range of motion and controllability, because you want it to where you're perfectly comfortable with it and you still have range of motion, because you need to be able to turn around to shoot at people, and you need to be able to shuffle, which hasn't been explained yet but will be explained in a second, as well as make precise shots. So ultimately it's always going to be up to the user to decide what you want. As for most people, they usually land in between, I don't know, let's say for the distance you'd have to move your mouse to move your character in a 360 degree motion horizontally, probably between 30 centimeters and 60 centimeters for their aiming down sight sensitivity. And then for their hip fire sensitivity, I've seen people go as low as 10 centimeters, but it's what you're comfortable with that's going to matter.
So I'm currently looking at mouse sensitivity, and I have at 0.116. And this is my knowledge as far as what the mouse sensitivity is like. Somebody told me to basically identify 6 inches on your mouse pad and try to scroll across 6 inches with a wrist movement to create a 180 arc. Is that correct? Is that something that you guys actually follow, or something different?
There's really no set rule. It's whatever you feel comfortable with.
Got it. Do you want to start, just to rephrase your question then, do you want to start with people at a lower frames per a lower sensitivity, then go up, versus the other way around, starting with the high sensitivity, then go down?
You really can do it either way. It depends on where you come from and what your gaming background is. Because if you're used to games where you use slower sensitivities, then you're gonna end up settling on slower sensitivity. So you should aim for the lower side to begin with. Versus
Sounds
if
good.
you play a game that's very twitchy, maybe you want to go for a higher sensitivity to start off with.
Yep, and just to add to that, provided on slide 5, we actually have 2 links available for people to actually tune their stuff. The first link that we have available says list of sensitivities from the greats. That's basically a set of a lot of the really good players in the game that have provided to the player base their actual sensitivities in centimeters and ADS speeds. Which if you click on it, it'll give you an entire spreadsheet of all their stuff. and people can use that as like a frame of reference for when they're calculating their own actual sensitivities. With that said, on top of that, we actually have another link provided, which says you can tune your sensitivity here if you click here. That's a link you can also open up Arshee and share to your viewers as well. That is an entire calculator that's super simple. You just input like what you think your centimeters should be for both your hipfire and ADS, and it will calculate it for you and give you like a nice range. And Canadian will explain more about like where average users should be for that.
Yep.
Holy. Okay, so I'm looking at this mouse sensitivity calculators for Planetside too. We're about to go through some intense formulas, guys, as we're about to go through get some PhD work done here.
Actually, I might have gave you the wrong link there. Hang on, that one's too complicated. We have an easier one. Hang on, this is way my bad.
That's the super special one.
That's a super special one. That's for special.
I got it. That's for
users.
special
One
users.
second.
Okay, no problem.
Hang
So
on. We'll get this to you in a bit here. I got it. Whoops.
that's a good question. Yeah, I've already, in my opinion, not mastered, but I've scanned through this very quickly, and I'm gonna ask you some personal questions about what I just saw.
Yep.
The 2x zoom, 10x zoom, 8x zoom. One of the things that I'm so shocked about hearing all this right now, being the first time to the LOA Learning Center, is do you guys run the 3.4 or 6x or 10x for an hour long straight? You won't change classes?
No, it depends.
Grenade Shark and I will.
Most people run 1x. A couple people here like to run 3.4x zoom scopes. If you're a sniper, almost all actually just use the 4x because they're using the close range bolt action that only has access to up to 4x. And just to clear up some confusion, iron sights are a different zoom, and then the 1x's are actually showing up as 1.35 in the sensitivity calculator. So if anybody had any confusion about that, that's the actual zoom of the 1x sights, but they're just called the 1x. So you would use this calculator to configure each sensitivity for the type of scope you like, because 1.35 and 2x zooms both share the same sensitivity, and likewise everything above 3.4 and above is sharing scope sensitivity, you can see. So you'd configure it for just one of the options and then try and roll with that, and you'd have to adjust the other because you can't configure for every scope individually in this game.
Makes sense. And
All right, so
like my last question would be like, do you actually go ahead and use these objects and switch scope settings in time? Like, how does that work? How does a switch happen? And I'm in a tech plant, and I'm gonna go to 1.35 zoom, but my sensitivity settings is 0.45. I'm now trying to change it down to 0.24. Do you physically? How do you do it quick enough?
For me, it's either 1x or 3.4 zoom.
Okay. And did you change this scope sensitivity at all? Live play.
On live play, no.
So you keep one sensitivity, you enjoy the rest of duration, and you just adjust this for one-time use. This isn't like, hey man, you're already on this base, you just use this vehicle, now we're gonna switch.
Yeah, no, this is just stuff to set up for general live play that you can use all the time.
Thank you. I should have asked that question. That's all I needed. Continue. You guys all heard him.
So
I was like, holy crap, you guys are amazing. If you guys are switching on the spot, I'm like, continue.
All right, so Arshee, we actually fixed the link, so I just sent it over to your TeamSpeak again. That's the correct mouse sensitivity guide that we have for people to like correct their sensitivities. Super simple calculator, not like the one you just saw. That's for, like I said, for more advanced users. So the one that you'll bring up now is extremely easy to access, and for the folks that need
Can I share
TeamSpeak,
this?
yeah, you may. Yep. And for folks that need it as well, I'm putting in TeamSpeak for you guys as well. It's ps2sense.000webhostapp.com.
Wow.
For simple calculator, and really the two that people really want to focus on would be the first one that's already set by default, which is centimeters and mouse sensitivity hip fire. That's already enabled for you by default, and all you have to do is just input like the sensitivity you think you want to be at and the current DPI of your mouse, and it will give you the distance for where you should be. And then as Canadian, can kind of go further about that in a super simple, like short explanation.
Sorry, repeat that, Shades.
Explain to them like how you would use this calculator.
Oh, okay. So, specifically if a mouse that's more tailored towards gaming, it should have a dots per inch that you can check in the mouse software or somewhere on the box. If not, you can just search up the model of your mouse and you can figure it out. And then you'd use either the desired distance or the sensitivity to determine distance, and you could use either or to determine what your sensitivity already is or what you want it to be.
Roger that. I'm just going to
And
show my
then-
sensitivity to everybody right now. I have to switch
Yeah.
the screen. So this is an example of what's happening with my sensitivity. If you guys want to try to just fix my sensitivity for your training purposes, my mouse is located there. That's the Corsair that I'm using. I'm not sponsored by Corsair, guys. Just letting you know. This is the DPI I have on the red marker, and I'm currently in the red setting right now for 800. And then if I go to the white setting, I've got 1,600. You'll see the arrows moving whenever I click on it. The mouse is here. The mouse is here, guys, and I'm actually clicking on this to change the color, physically changing that color to different sensitivities. And so I stick to 800 for shooters, or I basically go to 1,600 sometimes because of some reasons. I don't know why. So it's 800. That's the number. We go to DPI 800, correct?
Yep, that's what
And
you input.
And then so that's where we input DPI. And then so this is for sensitivity for hip fire, I guess. Is this what we want to focus on?
Yeah, we're gonna focus on hip fire first. That's usually the first one people want to hang with, and then the second one will be aim sensitivity. But we can calculate that after you want to. I guess you can put in your current mouse sensitivity in there, and then we can show the viewers.
Do I put
what
this
your
one
actual
down, or do I do aim sensitivity?
Mouse sensitivity is hip fire.
Okay, great. I might need to fix my
That'd be
green
the
screen
0
camera.
point. Yep.
Thank you for that.
No worries.
Did it fall backwards? Hold on. All right, I think I need to zoom in.
I have a sensitivity question.
Sure.
How often do you clean your trackball?
As often as possible.
Okay. I'd like to be
Yeah,
precise.
You don't want to be.
Your trackball?
Yeah.
You guys have a trackball still?
No.
Old fashioned.
Oh my
So this-
god! I was
this
like, if you
website-
had a trackball, still, sir, and you're hitting a 2.0 KDR, you are unreal. That thing like skips all day. It's got dust all over it. I literally checked behind underneath
That's
it.
real Bushido.
Scared the crap out of me. I was like, you guys are using trackballs? I was like, that's why they're
we
killing
told
you.
about BWAE.exe, did we not?
I was like,
That's true.
I was like, what? So this is the 0.11 sensitivity for the mouse sensitivity, not the aim sights, right? This is what we're looking at. Mouse
Yep.
sense?
And once
Okay.
you have those two inputs, your mouse sensitivity, which you do, and your DPI, you say calculate, and it will go.
So 11 inches means what? Is this a 360 spin or is this a 180 scope? What does 11 inches mean?
High
Good name.
five.
Say it again.
What Canadian answer this one?
That's 11 inches. You'd have to move your mouse horizontally to do a 360-degree motion in game. It's just a standard to measure.
Oh, this is perfect. This is 360.
Yeah.
That means I'm just going to show
Yeah.
everybody just an example, guys.
I think he was
360.
asking like with what sites earlier.
That's hipfire, right?
Yep.
That he did it.
Yep, that's for hip fire, correct.
Wow,
Yeah.
it is actually
And
12 inches. It literally, I mean, I'm literally looking at my mouse pad right now. I'm actually moving it to the left,
Mhm.
and I'm moving it across perfectly, and that's unbelievable. Well done. This is actually super spot accurate. And is this traditional? What you guys want people to have in your outfit to be on 11 for this, or do you want me lower or higher? Based on your notes, I guess.
That's
I should
about
know.
that's about 30 centimeters. And it should be between, and Canadian can correct me, between 30 and 40.
This is 28.
Yeah. I've seen
Between 30
I've
and
seen
40. So I
30,
need to reduce
50
it then.
or 60.
For hip fire, most people hover between 20 and 50. There's a pretty wide range.
I'm just gonna
For
follow
aim
yours.
down
I'm-
sights,
I'm at
most
30,
people go
so-
between 50 and 80.
I'm gonna just
28,
copy
28
exactly what you
centimeters
guys
for
have.
hipfire.
Scope
Arshee is
120.
actually not bad at all.
I'm just gonna
Um,
follow you guys down to T. It's might as well. It's
No
129.
whisper
Keep
target
in mind
found.
that those sensitivities probably are with a different DPI on your mouse.
No whisper
Oh,
target
what's the
found.
DPI on the mouse? I'll
No
change
whisper
that as well.
target found. No whisper
Dots per
target
inch.
found. No whisper target
I
found.
gotta
No,
get
he,
rid of that
no,
whisper
no, he
group.
was asking what the DPI is.
Oh, on this I don't know.
I
It's-
believe the one is 8. It's actually 800, the same one you have,
Yeah.
Marshy. Yep.
Yep.
Roger that.
Okay.
just
Yeah,
get rid of
everything's
this whisper
tailored
group.
by 800 DPI for most people.
Do you guys know how to turn off whisper groups? So that way it doesn't keep freaking out.
Yeah, there is a way. Hold on. I'll send you a screenshot.
Okay, thank you, man.
Hey Arshee,
I literally pushed numlock 9. It's like, no whisper target found. No whisper. No whisper. No whisper. No whisper. Like, I swear to. It says it one more time. Okay. I think I fixed it.
No whisper, target found.
I'm just gonna delete it. That's fine. Delete. Not like I've been pushing numlock 9 majority of my entire life here. There we go. I'm just removing both of them. I'll just make a new one whisper groups later. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. This is all these technical difficulties. All right, so it's basically 0.07. I have that set up. 0.129 and 0.098. And I followed you guys perfectly. Okay. My next question is, what's your DPI on your mouse?
For me, it's 800.
Okay.
Yeah, I think most of us are at 800.
800. Yep.
800. Perfect. So I should be exact where you guys are at now then. 0.07, and let's go to the calculator one more time, just to make sure we're on the same page. If I can find that calculator. And there it is. Okay, so we're just going to go 0.07 and calculate for inches. I'm at 40 centimeters. Oh my god. This is your mouse sense?
I think it's actually in centimeters.
And 15 inches is the mouse sense, correct?
Yep. Seems right on target. Yep.
Holy crap. You guys play like this. Oh my god.
And that's
arm
most,
aim. A lot of arm aim.
Yeah, that's
aiming.
most like really good players in the game. They try to go for the what you call, I guess, the arm aim. But yeah, like as Kenny said, generally speaking, about 20, 60 meters.
Get out of my way. You get out of my way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This man just evicted his cat from his desk.
I literally had to move all. Do you need to move? Oh my god. This got to move. All right. You guys are making me serious. Okay, I'm ready now.
All right.
Incredible.
So that is like for the most part like a demonstration on the hip fire side. You can also do the same for your aim sensitivity as well, which is usually recommended for aiming down sights. Canadian would say about, I would say, what, 40-60 centimeters, correct, for aim ADS?
Yep.
What are you looking for?
You can go anywhere from 30 to 60. I know Zaros runs 1-to-1. Some players run the same sensitivity distance-wise for their hip fire and their aiming down sights. And then other people just choose to do whatever's comfortable.
If I'm following your regime on this this 0.098, is this literally what you guys want us to be at?
No,
Or does this need to be updated?
No, it's just an example. Yeah, that was just an example page.
What is your using right now? I'm gonna be mimicking this shades level.
Yeah, shades. So you can tell them what you're at right now.
Yeah, so for mine, actually, if we go into the calculator, I actually pull it up because I forget what mine's actually at right now.
I can tell you mine, Arshee. I think I'm pretty similar to Shades. Mine's super easy. It's just 0.1, 0.1.
0.1, 0.1.
Yeah,
0.1 at 800 DPI. It's the same.
And mouse sensitivity 0.1?
Yeah, mouse sensitivity 0.1. ADS sensitivity 0.1.
And
yep.
What's the other sensitivity?
That'll give
you VS sensitivity?
The ADS sensitivity. Yep, aimed mouse sensitivity.
Aimed mouse sensitivity. Okay, perfect. And then mouse sensitivity is 1, and then there's one more 0.1 you said. Gunner mouse sensitivity. Which one is it?
Scoped. It was just those two.
Just those two. Yep.
Scoped,
yep.
Yes. Scoped, I run. I don't even know what I run for scoped. I haven't looked at it in years. Let's see.
So his hip fire is actually like right on like the line in terms of where it should be in centimeters. The ADS is just a little bit higher than the usual like 40 to 60 recommendation, but he's still within the same ranges. So 0.100 to 0.100 is sometimes what we tell people who are like new to FPS games to kind of start out with, and then they can work their way up or down depending on like how they're feeling with their mouse and how their arm is, moving.
It's an easy number to tell somebody to type in, and then you can make tiny adjustments up or down from there. And it's just like, all right, start at 0.1, and you can be like, okay, do I need to go up or down? And you'll know.
This is unbelievable. You just blew my mind. Okay, please continue. I'm sorry for holding you guys back. I'm freaking out internally. My entire game style has changed. I feel like my wrist is getting more muscle down here. Like, this is like a great muscle exercise down here.
You're gonna be toned.
You're gonna be toned as hell. I mean, I'm gonna show my arm to girls and be like, "Hey, look at this. What do you think?" Just kidding.
Yeah, they might get the wrong impression from that.
Just kidding. Oh no! I'm sorry. I wasn't. Continue.
So I see there's a viewer here that asked us the question. Do you have wrist aimers in your outfit, or is everyone arm aimer? I believe we have a couple wrist aimers. Some people like won't follow our recommendations to the T, and that's fine. Like for some people, they prefer the wrist, and if that's the case, then you would drop your centimeters, or like you increase your centimeters a little bit on both your ADS and your hip fire, which is fine. It's like y'all user preference. Again, these are just recommendations for people to kind of start off, especially if you're new to the FPS game, and just trying to figure out like where you need to go.
If you come from like a League of Legends or a MOBA where you play a rather high sensitivity, like to constantly move around the screen, like making that transition to a really low first-person shooter sense is pretty hard. So a lot of people stay at a high sense.
You can also incorporate kind of both, where aim, and then if you getting on target or something like that, you can use your arm.
I want to show you guys my mouse pad, but at the same time, it's really hard. I did not get prepared to show this camera to move because there's so many wires everywhere. I'm just gonna try to use my hands to express the feeling I'm having right now. I'm gonna hold the mouse up in the air, and my wrist is basically currently. I used to do this a lot, and that's the way I used to aim because my mouse sensitivity was extremely high. Now I'm physically doing this and this. This thing's not moving. Is that the way I'm supposed to do this?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of us do. Like for the larger movements, like actually changing direction, like your wrist is off the mouse pad and you're moving your arm entirely. And then when you actually ADS and you're trying to compensate for recoil, like instead of using all those tiny muscles in your hand to try to recreate that motion of compensating for recoil consistently over and over again,
User
like having to
disconnected
pull
from
the
your
mouse
channel.
a slightly larger distance will let you do it more consistently.
It's already made my arm turn into a arm movement versus a wrist movement.
Yep, yeah, it's a pretty big change. That's the main reason we're in VR training. So you can try to shoot some of the dummies. And you'll notice, like, going in between them, it'll be a little bit easier ADS, and then if you have to actually change direction, like, it does take a bit to get used to.
Yeah. And not only that, do you actually put your actual, like, this part of your arm on an armrest, or do you actually want to not use an armrest?
That's all personal preference.
Because I'm using, the armrest is here, and this arm goes like this, so I just want to show you guys. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page. This is what I'm currently doing now.
I know a lot of people, a lot of people have armrests like that. I think a lot of us came from, like, a more Counter-Strike thing, so, like, our arm, that part of our arm is on the desk, and our mouse pad is just slightly higher on the desk, like, our mouse is all the way up at the top of our mouse pad.
Also, Arshee, all of us have like really nice gaming chairs.
Oh yeah, I have a gaming chair. Okay. So you don't use an armrest, or you do? That's my question now.
No for me. Anybody else?
No for me as well.
No.
No armrest.
Put it in the notes. Put that in the notes. We just found some information right now. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't use any armrests. Continue. Sorry.
Only when I'm relaxing.
Hardcore gamers.
I cannot believe this. I just brought my armrest down so I can actually not have an armrest. This feels so foreign. Super foreign. And I think I feel better. I feel like I'm going to be good at this game. All right, continue.
All right. So with that said, I think we basically covered everything on slide 5. That was probably, to be honest, like the best explanation we ever did on this like slideshow. So yeah, well done, Canadian. Yeah. So you did a great job tonight. Thanks. All right, folks. So we'll head over to slide 6 now. Slide 6 is a group video topic. So if you guys can, we'll be using that watch together link I talked about earlier. Arshee, this is something I don't want you to share with your viewers because they can see it from your screen anyway.
There we go. I just got the link to basically hide. All right.
Gotcha. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna actually play this video. So because it's gonna be a second here to actually pull up the link and put it in that little movie thing.
I'm currently
and then
in the watch together with you right now, and the link is not. So we're currently watching in this together.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna pull it up in a second here. I just gotta get the video.
Oh, I thought we were gonna listen to music, man. Friends version.
Oh, nope, no music.
Oh.
No music allowed.
That's why I paused it and someone kept hit play again.
All right. So to kind of quickly like explain what this video is about, this is from Conflict from the outfit Recursion. If you guys know what Recursion is, it's an outfit on Connery that is very well known for kicking a lot more ass than BWAE and a whole bunch of other outfits.
And we're talking about.
Yeah.
So tell me right now, before we're gonna watch this part, I remember you guys were giving me a heads up. I'm gonna let everybody know on stream. There is a part where Theron will do a shuffle, and it's currently using copyrighted music, and it will mute this stream. So we're gonna do our best to mute that section, and then hopefully, when that section music is done, I'll bring it back for audio. And so we're just gonna see what he does. I know the music's baller, but it's not really fair for all of us on Twitch basically to have it muted in that entire section.
Yeah, and that'll be slide 8, so it's not in any of the videos that are coming up as of right now.
Right now it's okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, right now
I
it's
thought
fine,
this is
yeah.
it.
So the
Okay.
so the
So
first
the
video is
next
actually
one.
from Conflict. Yeah, no, not the next one. The one after the next one.
Oh, I know Conflict. That guy is awesome,
Yep.
man. Well
Yeah,
done for this
so-
video. Good job, man.
Yeah, and Conflicts like provide this as like a public video for anybody to watch. If you need a link to it, Arshee can definitely provide it to you guys.
Can you give me a link personally, guys? And I'm going to go share his
Sure, you got it.
actual
I'll send it over
YouTube
to you.
content so that way you guys will know that we are using you, Conflict. And I also want to let you know, thank you for approving of using your product when I actually did the Recursion's Outfit Spotlight. And we're going to basically showcase your work here live and stream with the Bushido Wave workshop training part 1. That's huge, massive respect to Recursion from BWAE. And it's awesome to see all of you guys using each other's material to improve your gameplay. Honestly, well done, guys.
All right. With that said, we will now play the video, and then you guys just have to strap in. If you have yet to like move your characters in games, so you don't get disconnected, do so now, and then I'll play the video in 5 seconds here.
Roger that. So this is the actual video, guys. If you guys want it personally yourselves, there it is. And strap in. Let's enjoy.
All right, here we go.
I've been kicking around this idea for a while now. Probably years at this point.
Give me the bats. Was my
Someone fast forward.
Sorry. Yeah.
For a while
User
now.
was moved out of your
Probably
channel.
years at this point. Mostly because I'm just lazy. So instead of doing a modest amount of work to record
User
all
left
this
your
and put
channel.
video behind it, I decided to put it off forever and instead fantasize about the next time I teach 10 people from an outfit in the span of a week. I'll have a video to give them instead, so I don't have to spend 1 to 2 hours per person for a large group of people. And then I forget about doing it and I just repeat the whole cycle over again. But this time I somehow managed to muster up the willpower to actually make the damn thing. So, here we are. And with that out of the way, we can actually get into the meat
User
of
was
this
moved
video
to your
series.
channel.
So what do I mean by my title? Combat
Sound
Fundamentals.
muted.
What is that? I consider the combat fundamentals to be the basic building block that every infantry fight in this game is built upon. The one-on-one fight. And I don't mean a 1v1 like going on Jaeger and dueling somebody. I mean you're in a base, going through a building, and you come across an enemy player face to face, and you fight. No running, just a fight, right then and there. The things you employ in that fight are what I consider to be the basic combat fundamentals. Aim and movement. Now, of course, Planetside is a very large-scale game, and the one-on-one fight is not the be-all, end-all, but it is the most basic form of infantry combat you can participate in, and the skills you employ to win in that situation are the ones that are going to help you win in pretty much every other infantry fight. If you're the type of player who thinks their personal performance doesn't matter much because you're part of a team, rather than fighting for yourself, imagine, if you will, your entire squad has a good grasp of the basic combat fundamentals. Everybody knows how to strafe properly, everyone knows how to burst, everybody has a good sensitivity, and suddenly you're a much bigger threat, even against players who have 6,000 hours and can play the game with their monitor off. No matter how good someone is at this game, they still die in the same amount of headshots as everyone else. Of course, you're still going to be at a disadvantage fighting one of these highly skilled players. They have more awareness than you, they have more experience than you, they have more game knowledge than you, and at times, it can seem insurmountable. But once you get a grasp on the basic fundamentals, and you run into them in a head-on
Sound
fight,
resumed.
that player doesn't seem so invulnerable anymore. And that's what the fundamentals are about. Closing that gap. And once you learn those, you're in good shape to figure out everything else that can move you ahead of the competition. So, let's get started. When we talk about fundamentals, movement is probably the easiest of these to learn. However, that does not make it any less important. In fact, one could argue that it is the most important. Think about this. Most automatic weapons in this game can kill you in under half a second if all the shots land on your head. Now consider that you're only human with a human reaction time, which is average around 200 milliseconds. And on top of that, you have to deal with latency. Not only yours, but your opponent's as well. When you add all those factors together, you're basically getting to the point where you have no time to react. And that is why it's so important to have good movement. So, what exactly do I mean when I say movement? I'm talking about strafing and crouching. Of course, there are other things, like shuffling and bunny hopping, but the basics need to be mastered first before you go anywhere near these. When I say strafing, I imagine most of you can picture it in your head. However, there are some nuances that can mean a world of difference. Firstly, you have to strike a balance between changing direction and not changing direction too much. If you just maintain one direction of movement, it makes it very easy to track you. All your enemy has to do is place their crosshair slightly ahead of where you're going, and you're going to run into their bullets. However, on the flip side, if you change directions too often, your opponent's not going to have to move his crosshair very much at all to land shots on you. This is a mistake I see people making all the time. If you jitter in place like this, you become a very easy target. You may as well not have moved at all. So do your best to strike that balance. If this is a new concept to you, you'll find that you're going to have to concentrate really hard to not make any of those mistakes. But over time, you'll find that you do it subconsciously, and you don't really have to think about it anymore. A good way to practice this in a safe environment is to use a terminal. Start with your crosshair in the center of the terminal screen, and once you reach the edge, go back in the other direction. Note that this is only a guideline. You can safely add some variation to when you change directions and how long you hold it for, but just make sure you don't break the two rules we mentioned earlier. On top of striking that balance, there's also a couple other things you need to watch out for. We'll start with one of the worst mistakes you could possibly make: jumping.
Oof.
Now don't get me wrong, there are some times when you need to jump, but when you're strafing, there is never a time when you need to jump.
Okay.
There are 3 reasons why this will screw you over. First of all, you can't aim. When you jump, you lose the ability to aim down sights. On top of that, when you jump, your cone of fire expands. And not only your hipfire cone of fire either, but your aimed cone of fire as well. You might be thinking, well, when you jump you can't aim down sights anyway, so why does that matter? Well, when you hit the ground, your cone does not reset immediately either. And if you hit the ground and immediately start firing, you're going to have a cone of fire as if you were in the air the entire time until you stop. This, obviously, is something you do not want to happen. Thirdly, when you jump, you have no control of your direction of movement once you leave the ground. Meaning, you can't dodge, you can't do anything until you hit the ground again. If someone's trying to shoot at you and you're in midair, you are a very predictable target. Another thing to watch out for is hitting W or S while strafing. If during your strafe you start moving closer or away from your opponent, you become an easier target to hit. What matters is that you're moving parallel to them, so make sure you never hit W or S while strafing. If you need to move closer or move away, stop strafing and just sprint. Now that strafing is out of the way, let's move on to crouching. But before we do, I would like to emphasize that the only thing worse than not crouching is crouching improperly. If you're just now learning to strafe correctly, I would forego crouching until you master that. So, crouching is a widely misunderstood thing, and for one very simple reason. What you see on your screen is very different from what the enemy sees on their screen when you crouch. Here's an example. Right now I am tapping my crouch button, just a light tap. On my screen it looks like I'm barely moving, but on my enemy's screen, my entire upper body is ducking down for a split second. If you have played this game for any length of time, you've undoubtedly seen that split second crouch before. And that's all it takes to achieve that, just tapping the crouch button. That type of crouch can only be done if you use normal crouch, however, not toggle crouch. So for that reason, it's better to use hold crouch rather than toggle. But why exactly crouch like this? And the reason is simple. When you crouch, you slow down, and you don't want to do that. You want to be as fast as possible, whenever possible. So now that we're using hold crouch, how do we use it in a fight? And it's pretty simple. Every once in a while you're strafing, just tap your crouch button. No more, no less. Be careful though, you don't want to spam crouch because that'll just make you an easier target. Like I said before, the only thing worse than not crouching at all is doing it poorly, so be careful with how many times you use it. There is an exception to this rule of not spamming or holding crouch, however. And that is when you're using the implant cat-like, which reduces the move speed penalty for crouching, in combination with weapons with a 0.75 movement multiplier, like an NS-15 or a pistol. When you combine these two things, spamming crouch and holding crouch become less of a disadvantage and more of another tool in your arsenal. But I would caution you to hold off on using strategies like that until you have a mastery over the basic fundamentals. And that's all there is when it comes to movement fundamentals. Check out the next video in the series where we talk about aim and your sensitivity settings.
Unbelievable, guys. So cat-like. Nobody's told me about cat-like. I mean, I know mine's like meow, like sitting over there. This is like meow. What is happening with cat-like? Did you guys see that? I hope you guys saw the same video as me.
Yep, yeah, it was the same video. So
okay,
yeah, cat like as Conflict explained, it allows you to like have a smoother crouch, so you can add when you're crouching, you'll move like at a faster speed than you would if you didn't have cat like installed, like with as long as you have a .75 ADS gun, which would be in this case for a heavy assault, NS-15, and it makes you basically like AD Superman with cat like.
It's already insane, and all these other games I play, it's whoever can AD more intensely, and cat like is gonna add even that extra layer, making it. Everybody's training against non-cat-like players. Adding one cat-like design, it's like you become a harasser, in my opinion, as a infantry user. Does that make sense? Like the logic behind that? It has very low HP. It can instantly die, but because it doesn't get hit at all, its HP pool is actually a lot higher. If that makes sense, from all the shots that was given towards it. I don't know how to explain it, but yes, continue.
All right.
I see what you're saying. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, we definitely get what you're saying.
Okay, cool.
So folks, we're gonna have actually Quinn take over the rest of the workshop now. So if you guys could head back into the game, we're gonna actually play the game now and actually have you guys practice your AD crouches and stuff like that. So you guys can find a random weapons terminal inside of Planetside 2, and there's a whole bunch of them if you are training, which is why we're here. Let's grab like one person or at least two people if there's not enough weapon terminals around for you guys to practice your AD crouch, and Quinn's gonna go around like a drill sergeant and blast you if you're doing it wrong, and he'll know if you're doing it right based on your movements. So we can have Quinn get followed around, and then Quinn, I believe, is number Charlie lead, right? All right, so he's the purple guy on the screen. So we'll have him, and I'll also pass some PL as well, so that way if you want to follow him around, Arshee, you can.
Oh, sorry. I was having like a date with Killer Toast over there. We're just like having a great time. Yeah. This. Where's Quinn? Sorry about that, Killer. We'll get to our date later.
Who is this? 103 something. You're good.
Where's Quinn at?
This guy's cool. Quinn, I'm right here by the firing range.
Yep.
Platoon lead.
Platoon lead. I see it right now. Is this Deuce Lewis? I see
right
that.
over here.
That's not platoon lead.
No, dude. This is Bravo lead. I'm right here.
No, I see it now.
All right, so come over here. All right, so whoever this is, hit that strafe. Do the strafe right there on the terminal.
Okay, let's watch him.
Just so like Archie can see it. Yeah. So you're hitting the key, so you're doing it right. So you're like, The one thing too, like just as I just demonstrated, if you're with your homies, like you're holding a building, and you both crouch, if I crouch, it's strafe into me, I won't stand up because I'll get locked into crouch because my homie's inside my body. So that's the main reason you just want to tap crouch. And if you're next to a teammate, you might get stuck down low.
Yep. And just to clarify about the crouched
just to show you guys real quick, I just want to basically show them proof. Everybody just go ahead and crouch. One person hold the crouch. I'm going to get inside your body. All right. Don't move. All right, here we go. Watch. My hands are up. My hands are up. Watch this. Go ahead. He's going to move out of my body. My hands are up here, guys. Go ahead and move away from my body now, guys. Move away.
Yeah, just.
Watch this.
Keep walking. Keep moving.
Almost away. Almost away. No,
Who is this? Keep moving. Hey, you.
He doesn't know. Okay, my hands are up. We'll just go somewhere else. We'll go somewhere else. Go ahead. Show me right here, guys, real quick.
Okay.
All right, just crouch real quick, right here. Sorry, crouch.
I'm standing.
I'm inside. Yep. Watch this, guys.
You're stuck?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna walk forward.
See that, guys?
There you go, and it shoots right
That's
back
what
up.
he's trying to talk
Just
about.
So people know.
You will literally be locked in that position. I just want to show you guys, don't be stuck in crouch. Tap the crouch button. Is this going to be control key? Are you guys changing it up to C key?
Just everybody open up settings real quick. Just that way you know you're running the right one. All right.
Okay.
Open up settings. Go to key binding.
Got it.
You're gonna go to infantry.
Infantry.
And we're gonna scroll. Oh, it's not infantry. It's just in general.
It's infantry. It's infantry under jump, under crouch, and crouch toggle.
Oh, okay, right. Yep. So you go to infantry. All right. About you go down just underneath jump. You're gonna have crouch and crouch toggle. Okay.
I did that.
If you hit crouch, like Conflict said in the video, it's just gonna crouch as long as you hold that button. So if you tap that normal crouch button, it'll let you do that like quick head dip.
Roger that.
If you hit crouch toggle, if you have a crouch toggle key bound, I believe default it's like left control or something.
Yep.
If you hit
do you guys want left control? Do you guys want C? Do you guys want a mouse button?
Yeah.
Do you guys want what do you guys want?
I have both left control and C bound to normal crouch, not crouch toggle at all.
So you don't want crouch toggle at all with C.
You don't want crouch toggle at all. As Conflict said, you want to stay moving as quickly as you can, and there's no reason you would ever need to crouch somewhere
toggle's
for a
officially
long period
gone.
of time.
Roger that.
Yep. Yeah, and what having it on both buttons allows you to do is if you're strafing, if I'm strafing to the left, I can use my finger that's normally on D, and I can tap C, and it'll let me get a crouch when I'm strafing to the right. If I'm strafing to the left.
You actually
where you
switch
at,
between
Archie?
C and control?
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah,
you're
so
amazing.
Here, where you at, Archie?
I'm right here.
You right here?
yes,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so watch. So straight from this way, I can hit it. Straight from this way, I can hit it. Straight from this way, I can. Yeah, so you can do like a little jazz square, and you can every direction you go, you can hit a little crouch.
Just to double check, because we just did see that training video. Can I have you? I'm talking about like tap it. Like that's the tapping of control.
Yep, this is just the tapping.
Okay,
How
so
far
I'm gonna
down
go.
am I
I'm gonna go ahead and tap my control, guys. It's gonna be like
yeah.
that. This is the tap we're talking about. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Did I do it on your screen?
Yeah, your head's kind of going down a little bit. Hold
I'm
it. just a
tapping as
little
fast
bit
as I can.
longer.
Here we go.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, your head's going down. Yep.
And so do I not? So if I tap it, this is the fastest tap. Does that even do it or no?
You're getting like a little bit of like an animation with your body, but it's like your head's not really moving.
So we want to basically. It's not a full. It's not a full tap. It's just a soft low. This is the pressure sensitivity, guys.
The way you'll know it's working, if you want to ADS at my head.
Yep.
So just ADS at my head.
Yep.
Yeah.
ADS.
and
Oh,
now you'll
ADS.
see-
ADS. ADS. Aim down sights,
yeah.
not ADAD.
Yeah,
Got it.
Yep.
ADS
Yeah,
is
so
aim down sights.
Aim down sight, and you'll tap it, and you'll know if is your crosshair moving right now, or is it pretty much staying stationary?
It's moving a little bit. That goes to the
It's a
lips and goes
tiny
back
bit?
to a tiny bit. Yeah.
But me looking at you, your head's actually dropping out of my crosshair. So if I start doing the same thing, see, we start dropping out of each other's crosshairs because of it. So when you're ADS, your crosshair won't move that much. Actual animation will make you drop a little bit more.
That is incredible, especially with the fights like this, guys. Those extra bullets, guys, is game changer, guys. It is the difference between life or death. Basically, having that extra dodge of one more bullet to survive. All of you guys have been in those fights before, and you've seen it time and time again. That person has taken you down, and you just had 1 HP left on the guy. By taking advantage of this control technique, my pinky is so weird right now. It just doesn't have the clicking ability. Do you guys use that enough? And like that, it's probably just muscle memory, right?
It's a little bit of muscle memory. Yeah, I use the C one more than the control one. But if you're doing like what we would call the jazz square, if you look at me again, if you look at platoon lead,
Platoon lead, got it.
Yeah, you get a little bit of a rhythm going where you're going back and forth.
Oh, did you just do the splits? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
That's it.
Oh. Look at him go! We got to put some music in that. Dun, 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 dun. That's amazing.
Yeah. So
you just
that's
flip the
that's
legs
the
up.
reason you can have both left control and C bound to that normal crouch. So that way, if you're strafing in either direction, the opposite finger that isn't strafing can tap that crouch key. Can tap one of your crouch keys.
I see what you mean.
Yep. Yeah. So it gives you a little bit more freedom, and it lets you always be available.
And so when you're going against somebody, just to throw something out there for you, I don't know if you guys would actually go like this in a fight. Is it traditional going to be, this is how fast I've seen happen. Like, here we go, 3, 2, 1, and fight's over.
Yeah,
and so,
it sometimes happens.
So when you're crouching, we're going to be crouching left majority of the time. If you crouch right, I'm thinking D in crouching to the right is actually a stronger move than A in crouching left. Because I think A in crouching left is more common.
I mean, you might see people do it more, like if they hit C. I mean, you'll notice a lot of these guys, like if they 1v1 each other, like I know Dudis and Canadian have 1v1'd a lot. You pick up on like tendencies, like if people happen. But if you're on live, you're never going to know. So really all you can do if you're playing, like all you can do if you're playing on live.
Control.
Left control.
So all you can really do is if you're playing on live, like if you're in a big fight at Quartz Ridge with 100 people on either side, if you come through a door and you're gunfighting in a room and somebody starts shooting at you, you shoot at them. If you throw a couple of these in, like with screen shake and flinch, and if you start hitting them with bullets, it's just gonna stop you from taking a headshot or two, and it's gonna help you live longer.
So just to throw some, I know, and it has. Are we going to talk about aim down sights versus hip fire, like range shots and stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I won't
skip it.
let me throw on a laser sight, and we can show you like This is a good question.
When do you
A
want
lot of
to?
people
I'm
don't
using the
know.
Orion. Use the same weapon as me, so we know the extra distance. I'm using Orion. I'm using the 1x scope, flash suppressor, and laser sight. So that way, you tell me when I need to hip fire and when should I not.
I have the same thing. All right, so you see these lines on the floor right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you stand on that line, you stay right where you're at. All right, so I'm going to back up like 3 lines, okay?
Roger that.
If you enter a room and like you're not looking at me, or I come in and I see that you're sprinting, because it does take a while to come out of sprinting and then ADS somebody, I might just hip fire you at this range. So this is like, I'd say like 10 meters, right?
Okay. And the cool thing about that I noticed is that you can actually go to 10 meters in here, but the problem is we can't get a true sensitivity because it says 10 on that side right there, but we don't know what 10 is in the actual game. That's the sad part.
Yeah, that's the reason I try to use these squares. Like, this is about as close as we can get.
Yeah. That's actually
if I may
that's
interrupt
well
for
said.
just a second.
Please, please.
An implant called Sweeper.
Since I'm having trouble getting into the server, I'm actually watching your stream, Arshee.
Roger that.
You are tapping crouch for just a bit longer than you need to, I think.
Oh.
You want to avoid like going all the way down.
Oh, okay. So like you don't want to do like a true squat day. You don't want to get like tired.
No, you don't
in
want
real
true
life.
squat.
You want to because you know us. I'm gonna call myself a nerd. Us nerds. If you're not a nerd, you guys are basically beautiful people, whatever you want to be. But I'm a nerd. So I'm a nerd, and I want to get my squats in. So we want to look good, but we don't want to do real squats in this control key. We want to just do an actual a little bit of tap. Is that correct?
Yeah. Now you're doing it right. There you go.
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
Awesome. And so we don't want to do a full squat because we want to survive for the rest of our Axiom fighting in Planetside 2. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Thank you so much for telling me that. I appreciate you watching the stream and helping me understand that. It's right there. I feel like I'm doing it too much. I'm not used to it yet.
You're doing
My
it right.
pinky
You're doing it right.
is extremely like it's either full on or it's off. It's terrible. I got to get used to it. There's no muscle in it.
Get used to.
Yeah, it's a little fidgety in my pinky. I'm just gonna do this while I'm watching a movie or something like that, just to get some muscle in there. But
Also,
I can just tell you, like,
if
you are doing it right.
I
Just
think
looking
the
at you.
kind of keyboard you have makes a huge difference.
Mayan
if
said
you're using left
waypoints.
control.
Let's see if I can throw a waypoint in
Oh
there.
yeah, here we go.
I get a waypoint.
if I may, real quick, if you
Yeah,
think
go ahead, dude.
if you think that you're crouching a lot, just remember what the time to kill is in this game. You usually get like 2 crouches in before your opponent dies anyway. So
Yeah. Arshee, there's an implant called Sweeper HUD, and it will show you the range of whatever you aim at.
Even better. You guys are on top of this. That's what I'm talking about.
Super HUD, that's target focus.
No, Sweeper
also,
no,
there's-
it's Sweeper
there's a
HUD.
couple
Sweeper
of these.
HUD. Yeah,
It
it's
has
Sweeper HUD.
the actual distance on my mouse cursor now. That's freaking awesome. And target.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I got it. So
There-
where's
where
the?
you're at, Archie, right
where's it?
here?
Yeah, it's right
Cool.
there. So let's do one box first. Stand on one box, so we can actually see what this is for actual reference. Because I'm an architect, I guess.
Okay.
1 meter.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a.
This is 1
probably
meter.
2 meters. Yeah, 1 meter. You keep backing up.
And then this
Keep
is
going.
the marker right here for 2, and it's at 4
Yeah.
meters. This is gonna be weird.
Yep, 4. So keep going.
I'm
This
at
is
this
also a
part.
good thing, so I can teach you min damage
6 meter.
ranges. So
I'm at 6
that's
meters
6
between us. Yep.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
it's
so
gonna go
back
to
up
the
a little bit more.
next one right here. This is 9
Right
meters.
there. All right, that's about 9. Is that 10 right there? Yeah, 10
Not
right
yet.
there.
It hasn't been registered to you, and it's still 9. Now it's 10.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So Canadian just told me, and generally what we do is you want to be around 8 meters. So 8 meters for hip
okay.
fire.
So just to confirm, because I don't think us players are ever going to know meter distances. Not many people are going to run sweeper HUD. So how do we give these players the best notion? It's most likely going to be try hip fire. And if you notice that you're missing, I remember there's a rule on that. You try hip fire. If you notice you're missing, you want to just burst it. And at that point, you're choosing hip fire or you're going to choose aim down sights.
Yeah. Well, a lot of
typically
it's the more you play, like you'll know. Like I generally know if somebody's close enough that I can hip fire 'em. Okay. So if I'm looking at you, a good way to tell if I can hip fire you is if my crosshair right now takes up pretty much from shoulder to shoulder. If we're looking right at each other.
Ooh,
So
it's
like
right
my
on the
white
shoulders.
crosshair, is like pretty much shoulder to shoulder on you. So this is about 7 meters.
When you
and
say
my
shoulder to
crosshair is
shoulder,
here.
inside, outside, are we talking about the actual
Right
green
inside,
crosshair,
like
like,
the Yep.
landing flat on my
Yep.
shoulder?
Yeah, so the side bits of your crosshair pretty much are flat on your shoulder pads, and
Cool.
like what I'm looking at right now.
Very cool.
Yeah, and this is just a good way for me to tell, like, yeah, and the
you
more
still
you play,
hit fire at the head first and drag down. Is it correct?
I generally like I'll try to hit fire at the head, but if I'm using an LMG like this, I'm just gonna hit fire at the
User
body
in your channel
because
timed
it
out.
blooms pretty quickly. as far as hipfire goes. If you're using a submachine gun, like if you have an Eridani or a Cyclone or a Blitz or something like that, and you're within this range, and you're gonna have a lot tighter hipfire because you'll have an advanced laser sight. Yeah, you
Awesome.
can definitely hipfire at that.
What's the class I can use that real quick just to show these people the Eridani, just to give them one taste
It's
of it?
available.
It's just
Yeah,
SMG.
it's
Every
available
class.
for heavy assault, and you can just find the Eridani.
Awesome.
is
I
it?
just want to keep my heavy assault though on that part, and
Yep.
then I'm just gonna choose a
Yeah,
different one.
it's
So
top row, third one over.
Oh, it's E. Eridani. Okay.
Yeah, Eridani. Yeah, and then
There's
you'll
also
have
different situations for hipfire.
Yep.
Holy crap! Look at the hipfire on this thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
actually aim
So
right at the
look
head.
at me. Yeah. But like, so like, if we're strafing, like if you and I are strafing while we're shooting each other, I'm not even gonna try to hit your head. I'm just gonna go for the body, so that way I land more shots more consistently.
Makes total sense. I would do the same thing because this is
Yeah.
too damn difficult to even
This
get
is
a kill.
yeah, it's one thing that a lot of light assaults will pick up. You know, if you're a light assault, you play a lot of light assault. This can vouch for this as well. Like hip firing somebody in the body with a serpent, the rate of fire is so high on most guns that have really good hip fire. Like the time to kill is already nuts.
Imagine that.
And
Thank
it
you,
has
guys.
a ridiculous. It basically has a submachine gun.
Yep, a submachine gun level hip fire. So
Awesome. Let's go
Yeah,
back to
so-
the topic on 10. I'm sorry for changing the subject. I
Yep.
just wanted to show
Yeah,
them the
yeah,
bloom
yeah,
effect. I
so-
wanted to show you guys the hip fire. I wanted to show you guys the idea of this AD.
no, you're good. Yeah. So
if-
you've got the AD down, and like when you're tapping, like you're getting that animation moving. And the way you'll know is like if your crosshair isn't moving. Like when you tap C, if your crosshair only goes down a tiny bit, you'll know. But if your crosshair actually, like if you see yourself drop, you'll be like, oh, I crouched
Yep.
too much.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I felt like sometimes I'm actually going too deep. Now, one of the things I'm going to tell you guys, all of the stuff we're learning, I'm going to tell you how I feel as a new player. It is overwhelming in the very beginning because you not only have to remember basically pointing at the guy's
User
head again,
disconnected from
but you
your
also have to
channel.
remember adding a new feature, which is tapping a crouch, which I've never seen used in other games before. And so get used to, guys. This is a whole different feeling. Planetside 2, man. You got to get that pinky
Yeah.
ready. And
a lot of what's
it's different. I know a lot of people are going to be like, I don't want to be that hardcore. It's not that hard. Just trying it
As
a little bit.
Conflict said, learn the strafing first. Like just get the AD down so you're not just constantly strafing in one direction like this. And like just get a really good rhythm of like back and forth, and that'll help you a lot. And then once you're comfortable actually strafing, you can start throwing in a crouch.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what he's trying to say, guys. Just basically maintain strafing. Try not to do this. This is what he said not to do. Conflict said just don't do this because you're practically in the guy's crosshair. Can I have you do that real quick? Just a short little burst. He's in the crosshair the whole time. I just had to shoot down the middle. You see that a lot in video games where the people are trying to run straight and they're doing this. They're really not really making a difference doing this kind of run. You're still running in a straight line. And so
That'll actually be what we're going over next is how to run. But
Awesome.
generally for everybody else, like if you're just new to strafing and that kind of stuff, if you want to, go ahead, find a thing to start strafing. I'll run around. Those give me any tips.
Yep,
Real
if you guys
quick,
can,
just
yeah.
give everybody a quick rundown what they need.
awesome. And so while we were doing this, guys, while we had these individuals to help us understand,
102,
who's the one?
do it
Who's the one that's currently speaking? If you don't mind me asking.
This is Quinn.
Quinn, thank you so much, Quinn, for showing me that earlier.
1022, do it ADS. I don't know if you're ADS right now. I can't tell.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have the hip fire thing, so you look
Oh
at
yeah,
hip
if you guys
fire.
can, yeah. If you guys
There you
want
go.
to, if you need help with your AD crouching, you want to
Yep.
make sure it's right. Find
A little
out
bit
the terminal
wider,
in the
a little
game.
bit
Me
more
and Quinn will
A&D.
go around. We'll make sure you guys are doing it correctly.
Yep. Yeah. A little bit wider. Whoever the light assault is near this paint person, yeah, just back up, just because he isn't trapped in crouch. Yeah, that's good. And let me go up here. I'll just look at it. Yeah, just a little bit wider, honestly. It's like Mississippi, 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 Mississippi. Like there you go.
1022. Okay, all right, he's good.
Cool. All right, next person. What is this? 1018. I think already. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. Yeah.
All right, 1025. I'm checking you. Go ahead. Good shot. 025, right? You're
So
doing
it's
it?
Nick.
Okay.
Nick VS. You're doing good, buddy. A lot of you guys are getting blessed with that. Your guns down, even though you're ADSing glitch. Good for you. What
Here,
else we got over here?
Got 1025 over here, but I don't know if he's actually here or here. 1025. This is Shades. Hello. Do you need help? I don't think he does. He's okay.
Let's see if he's
What's
actually
your
currently
name?
live.
I don't even know what my name is.
Awesome. So, guys, if you guys are paying attention, these individuals are going to their Elway members and giving them the opportunity to feel like everyone has had opportunity to learn the AD-ADing method. And this is basically on your keyboard, the A button on your keyboard and the D button on your keyboard, going back and forth and understanding not to basically have it too close, like watching my head, not to be this close, to give it a chance to completely go across your whole entire field physically. We're talking about that far apart. And that will basically give you an opportunity to not just do A and shoot and be super easy for the target. The moment you switch, that person has missed at least 3 or 4 bullets, in my opinion.
1028. Keep going. Keep going.
Awesome.
I have a
033,
question.
you're good.
Is it possible
28,
to
you're
not
good.
tap the button enough? Like, as long as your crosshair moves, are you tapping it enough?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's never gonna be like 100% super duper consistent, but as long as you don't see yourself go all the way down, like you'll be fine. Yeah.
Can I see defensive shades, or can I see Quinn? Can I have you do a example? I'm gonna observer cam. You can. You have no clue where I'm at. So just go ahead and just start doing your thing.
1022, give it a shot.
All right, so you're doing your thing right there. Can I have you say control or C or crouch out loud?
Yeah.
So they know how often.
Okay, so I'll do it right here. So C, control, C,
025.
control, C, control, C, control, C.
1025, you're good.
And I'm using an Planetside 0.75. It's pretty nice.
Can you go ahead and switch over to the Orion?
Yeah. I'll grab an Orion right
so,
now.
So show me that one that's not 0.75 movement. And I want to see if it's
Yeah.
C, control, C,
I'll just grab
control.
a flare that's 0.5 ADS. All right,
Perfect.
cool. So right here, I'm ADS right now. So I'm ADS. C, control, C, control, C, control.
Perfect. You guys saw that the control rate actually went down. The speed of using control is based off of your hip fire speed of your weapon. Try not to basically manipulate at the same speed as everything you have. You want to throw in those confusions in there to prevent them from getting a headshot. And you'll notice.
One of the guns that you see a lot of people use, like if they're Araxiuming or if they just fall in love with the gun, is like NS15. And this is the gun where Conflict said like you can run that what is it, cat-like? So NS15, it's a light machine gun, but you still get that 0.75 movement multiplier.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a lot more like opportunity to like just strafe and throw in a crouch.
In a situation like this, where you would not use crouch and sit on the ground and stand up instead, is there a way you can like pop your head back up and down, or no?
If you have, let me grab. Actually,
like your crouch toggle, and then you crouch toggle to stand up and come back down. Would that actually work?
Well, sometimes. Let me grab cat-like and I'll show you. Where did cat-like go?
How
5 right here.
crazy would that be to see like a new player walk up?
If I crouch, I don't have the movement penalty, so I can throw my head around a little bit more.
Okay, but is it harder for you to aim and shoot someone?
No, because my crosshair is not really moving on my screen. Can
I have someone stand in front of him and let him shoot you, standing still? You don't need to move. Let's see how often he can actually get the hits, and then we'll watch. I'm actually looking at behind this player. Can you have Theobold move real quick? Let's just have Quinn shoot.
Yeah, Theo, just watch out. So 1030, just stand still.
1030, just don't move anymore. Watching these bullets go through him. Oh, that's pretty damn amazing.
Yeah, so like that, like all pretty much headshots. And like because of the cat-like, it just lets me like be really hard to hit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also with cat-like, if you have it at rank 5, you jump higher, but again, don't jump.
Wait. As cat-like, can you jump or no?
Don't jump with cat-like. Because even when you jump, like I'll show you jumping. I'll show you jumping right now. Like if I'm looking at 1030, I'm gonna jump, and because I have iron sights, it's keeping me in, but it messes up my rate of fire. Like I can't hit anything.
Got it. Okay. Let me go ahead and get out of...
If you run cat-like, do you want to get rid of survivalist or assimilate?
You want to get...
It's all preference, man.
It's kind of preference. In my opinion, if you're using cat-like, depending on like how you play will determine that, right? So like if you feel like you're like kind of balls to the wall, you're going to go bang up as many people as possible, go grab assimilate, right? If you're like one of those guys like, oh, I got shot, I got to run away, I'm going to run away now, right? Then obviously grab survivalist, right? So depending on how you want to play the game. If you're more passive, I'd probably grab survivalist. If you're more aggressive, grab assimilate. That cat-like. But again, like 0.75 ADS speed is necessary for that. So NS15 if you're playing heavy assault especially would work out. Or TAR if you're like on, you're on TR, etc.
Sidewinder is a pretty crazy implant too if you're doing strafing.
Correct. Yep.
You widen your strafe a little bit and and if you get that with cat-like, it's fucking insane.
That's insane. So right now, guys, with cat-like, it seems like the bonus is not great with any weapon but a .75 ADS type weapon. I'm using the Orion, and it doesn't give you that huge of a bonus for using the Orion, but using the NS weapon seems like to be the case because I feel like the ADS thing has just ruined cat-like.
Although people like to use heads up on the Sidewire thing for the person I was talking about. Like we say it's kind of like a meme loadout for the most part, so I don't recommend using Sidewinder if you're like seriously trying to like AD properly with like most of your weapons. I know people like to use the chain gun on TR, the mini chain gun with Sidewinder cat-like, and kind of mess people up that way, which is like, you know, for that weapon it's fine, but
You mean you can jump on the chain gun?
Any weapon you do not have to aim down sight. So the SMGs with an advanced laser, Sidewinder is amazing for. Along with cat-like, because you're not aiming down sight, you get the full benefit.
Ooh. How do you get ISO now that they're not awarding it in events?
Right. So just have that, like that. Although that is like something people do, I do not recommend that for new players, especially to
No,
like
no,
use.
no, not new
for the most part.
players.
Okay, and
Got it.
and veterans included. Just because like if you like seriously want to play like a more appropriate play style that's more beneficial, especially if you're doing like individual or team play, you definitely want to, like, if you're going to use cat-like, you need a .75 ADS gun.
Makes sense.
And also, there's other implants that just let you survive and live a little bit longer, and you can't get kills if you're dead. That's why.
If you guys are going to do is change the settings, if you're watching this live right now, guys, sit in the VS terminal, put a 30-minute timer in, and just get used to running around. Because I don't think you're going to have an opportunity to run around, get used to these settings, get used to shooting, get used to ADing in the real game. Just remember, when you try this, put 30-minute timer on to have that shift. I'm feeling more comfortable with these settings now that I have an opportunity to sit in this VS terminal, and my arm's already getting used to it. I put this this armrest down. I'm getting my pinkies actually getting a little bit more effective now. I would never recommend going to the main server at all after you do all these changes.
Archie the spot where you can farm the bots? Like, because these target ranges are okay for farming bots. There are much better places.
We're kind of running like low on time.
I'm so sorry. Continue.
No,
Continue.
it's fine.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I got you. Well, we can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No worries. So, with that said, let's head over. We're going to actually go back to the slide set really quickly, since we already covered slide 6, which is the 80-80 crouch. Quinn and Archie did a phenomenal job of explaining what that is and everything. So, and that was great. That was fantastic. So slide 7 is about Battle Buddy basics.
Are we going to go to the watch together, or are we going to go to...
We're going to go back to the watch together, and we'll kind of talk about this one pretty soon here once I pull up the video.
What's that? So currently we just got a chance to see Combat Fundamentals Part 1 movement from... what's his name?
Alright, so we're going to grab this video and pull it up and watch together. No worries, this has no music on it, Archie, so you're good to go.
Well, sorry.
This video is actually from my channel, so
Very
I'll
cool.
be using this to demonstrate.
Can I have a link so I can share everybody?
Yep, you got it.
Awesome.
For you.
So guys, the previous video was from Conflict. Thank you so much from Recursion, who's actually made a part 1. It's a 3-part series for that, and that was the AD movement that we had a chance to see. Thank you. And this is the link that we're about to watch together. Share these guys with your outfits. Share these guys with your friends. Create your own training programs so you can actually increase the likelihood of you having a stronger infantry game. I'm not joking. I'm already feeling like I'm so pumped and ready to play Planetside again. It's been pretty damn difficult for me since the patch because of the amount of warp gating is happening as a solo player. But I'm going to try and see what we can do. Continue.
Alright, so this video is pretty short, and I'll be pausing it like momentarily to kind of explain parts for people who have questions. Battle buddying as a concept is generally done with 2, sometimes 3 people. In this video, it's me and 2 of my players in Alpha Squad for BWAE who are kind of holding a doorway for the most part. So we'll watch like the entire video and I'll like pause it.
Are you gonna drop early for a beacon on the ammo tower?
Yeah, go ahead. If you miss, you miss.
I missed.
You missed. Okay. Shades has beacon then. Alright, let's do it. Drop down second floor. Let's do it. Stay on second only.
User joined your channel.
Holy shit, it's free? Okay.
It's free.
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 Okay, I'm gonna
Free.
Alright, spread out. Let's get 4 or 5 upstairs. Everybody else downstairs. Medics
Cycling upstairs.
Okay.
Somehow I didn't die.
Shades says downstairs, telly side.
Bravo, rest it out.
I'm gonna go on this bottom floor big gun area.
these comms are in game,
I'll stay midpoint.
Spread out evenly. I'm gonna check your spots in 15 seconds.
Shades is not doing this
Set up a crossfire regal.
Copy.
Give me one more person downstairs. At least one more.
Bob is going.
Okay. All right. We're good then. Everybody's holding positions.
You got one on your lane, Shades?
Dead.
This is the live talk.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pause here for just a moment. So that little minute introduction is kind of just like setting up the point hole and stuff, and this is kind of where like the battle buddy setup really happens. As you guys can see on the left side of my screen, there is Alpha 10, the word Turret Syndrome. He's helping me with this doorway, and he's officially my battle buddy. Next to me, or at least behind me, is the medic that was kind of like with me the entire time. His name is Xerox. Pay attention really to these two players throughout the video, because they're gonna do a lot of things that like really demonstrate what battle buddying really is, right? And the whole point of battle buddying is you stick with a partner, you kind of try to stick with that partner for as long as you can, as necessary, and then like, you know, use him to the best of your ability to like do a lot of damage to opponents, right? In 2v1, even 3v1 situations. If you can get it
Battle
done.
partners, how does it work? Does one person lead? Does one person follow? Is it basically a heavy assault is always the lead, and then the medic is the follow?
Right. So generally speaking, heavy assaults can be a battle buddy too. Medics can also be battle buddies. So it's interchangeable. You really can have that like any class be your battle buddies. Actually, have another person with you like at all times. You have a battle buddy, right? He's your buddy consistently no matter what, more times than not. If there's 3 of you, then it's interchangeable because you kind of like someone out for the other.
I'm gonna have to turn this off, by the way. I'm so sorry. When you get rated by ArsheeTV, it starts to show that we're basically rated on stream right now by Craig from Hammered. This music is covering you right now. I'm gonna have to turn this off. Nobody can focus. Thank you, Craig, for the raid, man. I appreciate it. That guy is from Connery, and he's representing the TR. He loves what he's watching right now from BWAE on Emerald VS. Let me go ahead and turn that off. That way we can actually focus. And Craig is raging. He says, "Where is the raid music?" And I should have basically recognized that I'm going to get raided while we're doing this. That's totally my fault. If I can figure out how to turn it off. Go ahead, continue.
You're ready. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just kind of repeat myself. So battle buddying as a concept, Arshee, is basically like you have somebody with you at all times. If you have 3 people, it's interchangeable. It doesn't matter what class that battle buddy is. It could be a heavy, a medic, well, I want to use a light assault because they're really not put in holding classes. But as long as you have somebody else with you, that's considered a battle buddy. And throughout this video, we'll be focusing on 2 players, which is Xerox and Lord Turret Syndrome. Turret Syndrome, you guys can see paused to my left there, and the medic is actually behind me, named Xerox. So we'll go back to the video and kind of see like how the 3 of us kind of operate, like holding this doorway here.
Roger that.
One more shade.
I'm trying
One more
so
shades?
hard. Find the raid.
Look down.
Light assault going over the roof.
Okay, got it.
Coming in
Thank
with
you.
router.
Okay.
Got him.
So, as you guys can see, number 10 there, Alpha 10, Lord Turret Syndrome peeked out the doorway. When he was doing that, I did it at the same time, right? Behind me is the medic that's also tethering me at the same time. So 3 of us are kind of like working cohesively together. This is something like it's not easily done with like new players per se, but in a cohesive team, like when you practice and you do it enough, you're able to kind of do the same things like we're doing here. But the point is like when we're peeking, we're usually peeking together, and we're peeking in groups. That way we can engage more than like 1 person at a time, and you have somebody else helping you engage the same target, right? The faster you down somebody by putting more bullets down range, the faster they die.
My question right now is you just said something about peeking.
Probably balcony side if you can.
Get hit from the back here.
Yep, go on balcony then.
Come back, Moby. Gotcha.
Yeah. One on the roof.
Watch that prowler though. There was
Watch outside.
He's pushing
Yep,
that.
he dropped down, he dropped down.
On
Yep, waiting. Oh Jesus!
Good job, that guy there.
Hang on.
Killed him.
I'm C4ing
I
that.
like how he thinks he's gonna
Router up.
damage the turret.
One close regal.
Good. They fell back.
Coming in bottom floor.
Okay,
Multiple bottom floor.
Nope, nothing. Dropping. So there you go, you guys see it again. I peeked out the doorway first, and then the word Turret Syndrome followed me, and we're kind of like doing this together, right? We're peeking out at the same time, we're shooting targets at the same time, and if I'm like the first one in line, I'll crouch on top of that, so that way he doesn't shoot like my head, right? So that way we can effectively put bullets down range at the same time.
If you're currently watching right now, the stream, sorry about that, defensive changes. I know you're basically trying to move things forward. So right now, the idea of peeking is typical of you not aiming down sights. You're going to be in hip fire mode. This is my interpretation, what I got from when I did infantry fundamentals from Recursion with 5 gentlemen that basically I can name right now really quick, but we're going to focus on BWAE. And so this is an example of what I'm saying. You're currently behind the wall. and then you peek and you come back in. You just basically stick your head out, basically, just to see what's around the corner. Don't AD S, which is aim down sights. You just want to be hip fire, completely move with AD movement, just in and out. And that's the idea of peek. And you just want to scan. That's all you're trying to do, and you're going to cue the target, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so once you do that, you know there's one target. You're going to peek back out. And this is the example with your battle partner, right? So once I peek out, I can choose to either peek to this position, and I can crouch, so that way my teammate above me can shoot over my head because I know I'm first. Or this is the example that can happen. Once I peek out, you have your teammate know that I'm going to be stuck at the front position. He comes out even further and shoots them at the same time. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
As
so
long
that's
as both of them
basically you guys
shoot at the same
layer.
time.
It's called like layering, right?
Yeah, it's almost like layering for basic.
Awesome.
I didn't know there's a term for that, so go.
No
Or
worries.
something to All right, so we'll continue on the video.
Yep.
Up and go ahead.
Oh, there's a harasser.
Got him,
over
got him, got him.
Cool, cool.
Need it on point. Halberd, right? Okay.
Yep. Oh no.
Hold
Cock on a go jam, watch it.
Yeah, I know. It was mine.
Cheers, watch out if you're having.
It literally just bounced back inside.
Need help, ground
I'm
floor,
coming
north
for
side,
Jim.
or south side.
Okay.
Jim's gonna be super hot.
That's fine. I like it spicy. I'm conked.
I'm talking about spicy.
Oh, turn my
You
nose.
first.
Oh, that's your battle partner who's
Down,
healing you.
Conk?
Battle partners are usually Hemetics.
Yep. So that's actually our third partner, right? So battle buddies are, like I said, are interchangeable. You can have 2 or 3 of them, like or 1 or 2 of them at the same time. In this case, we have 3 people helping, and in this demonstration, you'll see them like you'll see one of them just be my main battle buddy in moments, and then switch back and forth kind of deal. But yeah, it could be a medic. Doesn't really
Awesome.
matter what class it is.
And so that medic is holding heal on you majority of this fight. And the time when he wants to not hold heal on you is when you're down. He goes for a revive or goes for the kill first.
He'll go for the kill first, generally speaking.
Okay.
Because we want to make sure that reviving me is safe and he doesn't get like harmed, right? The whole idea is like if a medic is behind a heavy, is the heavy's protecting the medic, and the medic's making sure he's charged up to protect that said medic. So if there is a case that heavy goes down and enemies are pouring through a doorway, the medic should have his gun out first.
Got it.
And
But
then
he's holding
after he
medical
heals
applicator for now because he knows that you are maintaining the first position. And as soon as you go down, he changes the gun. He doesn't need to basically throw out a revive on you. He knows he's going to get killed next if he doesn't have his gun out. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's correct.
Awesome.
And then
that's
after
the idea
he
of
kills
the.
the opponent, yeah, and after he kills the opponent, and everything, he'll heal his battle buddy, right, which is the heavy assault.
Is this also part of training part 1, or you guys talk about this part 2 and part 3? Because I don't want to waste
Talk
time.
the bosses in part 3, but it's fine. It's
I'm
no
done.
worries.
I'm
No
sorry.
worries. Yeah, it's all good. All right, so we'll go back.
Okay. Oh, C4.
All right, we're clear. Ground south.
Got it.
I have so many
All right,
questions.
213, guys. Hang on.
Watch
Gotcha,
for left
gotcha,
bridge,
gotcha.
up above on the roof.
I got hit from the back. Okay, thank you.
Nice revive.
All right. I hear a cloak.
Oh, Doc.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
need a
Big-
res.
Big group
Left
coming
bridge.
across the bridges.
Big group.
Doc,
Darren
get
needs
up.
res. Darren needs res quick.
Get cocking out south door.
Cloaker coming towards your door shades. Got it.
Get
Fall
up,
back
get
a
up
bit.
fast, get up
Recon.
fast.
Chip, granny on you. Okay.
It's clear.
Yeah, 2
Need
left
help
door.
up? You guys need help up there?
Yeah,
Yep.
need help up
Chip,
front.
Xerox, go. Chip, Xerox, go.
So I'm not sure you guys heard the call out. You guys can see here at 2:52, my medic is leaving me. Essentially, at this point in time, this is like when the battle buddy system like really comes into play, right? Usually, like I said, you only have one person at a door with you. In this case, Mobby is my only remaining friend at this door because Xerox's been sent to go help our other teammates upstairs on the second floor because they're having some trouble. Generally speaking, in a point hold situation, or even in general when you're just playing the game, if you have a battle buddy with you, sometimes crap's gonna hit the fan like really fast, really hard, and you might not have them with you, especially in groups of like 3 or 4.
Mhm.
And this is kind of where you like to really rely on like your one individual partner. And this is kind of where it really turns into play, right? Where the battle buddy system is really immediately in effect, because sometimes you'll have to have somebody go help another group of people. So this is kind of where like you'll see in the next minute or 2 where everything kind of takes shape.
Awesome. I'll wait until the very end to ask
2
questions.
contacts
dead.
upstairs.
Upstairs.
Top of stairs.
I got
Top
shot from
is
a
crashed.
back.
I'm gonna rotate
upstairs.
Got it. Nice res.
Doc's taking rounders.
NC pushing
That's
careful.
too hot.
TR
That
in.
was the slowest grenade
Max
I've
in,
ever
on
seen.
shades.
Max in downstairs.
C4 him.
Regal down.
Got him.
Well
We
done!
need reses.
Alright, res net.
Great timing!
I got killed by the harasser.
It's out.
Nice.
Max down.
User disconnected
So
from your
in this
channel.
instance here, my friend Mobby left me, right? and he was my original main battle buddy. He's now helping the second floor out, just for context. And now Xerox is back with me, so now it's a two-man battle buddy system again. And you kind of can like see how like this is like really interchangeable, right? You can throw one or the other as long as you have somebody else with you. You're doing the battle buddy system, right?
It's extremely powerful because not only did you get rid of the med kits, you have C4 ready for any max unit that comes in, and you also know clearly that you can focus strictly on holding that position. You don't have to worry about, hey, medic's running around between 7 different people trying to revive everyone. He's getting shot at because he's going through so many doorways. You could see right behind defensive shades, those individuals were in position to take their guns out to defend themselves if they have to. But defensive shades is literally the first line of defense. That's pretty funny. Defensive shades. Continue.
Yep.
Got it. Bomb floor.
Yeah, there's two on cheesy. One chip.
Unbelievable teamwork
Wait,
over
guys,
there.
hang on.
I cannot believe how dirty you guys are. Go wash your hands.
Second floor, you guys okay?
Yeah, we're good right now.
Yeah, we got a
res.
rafts are shooting in on us.
It's gonna be a lot of pop
Dad,
coming
you
out of
got
that
gun
amp
glitch?
station in 50 seconds.
Danger
Thank
needs a
you.
res upstairs.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. Okay. I'm gonna reload my desk.
Ranger. Clear.
Thank you, not soldier.
Flashed
So I'm gonna pause right there. Oh, whoopsies.
Oh,
So I'm not sure if you guys noticed for that second there, but Xerox immediately saw I said I was gonna reload my Desi, and this is kind of where like the second part of the battle buddy system comes into play. If your teammate is reloading or doing something that doesn't involve him shooting, if you're his battle buddy, immediately take out your gun and guard whatever you're guarding. Right? In this case, it's a doorway. Xerox.
You're throwing your medic out there? Is Xerox the medic?
He is the medic. He wasn't throwing himself out there. He was kind of just slightly holding door, waiting for me to reload, right? Wow. In that case, just in case anything does happen at that period of time, right? At least he has his gun up, especially if something bad goes wrong.
This is
that way
so
he'll be the first line
different
of
from
defense.
everything I know about Planetside. This is unbelievable. Continue.
Yeah.
Just like, can I get a...
So...
Can I get an emote later into Jaeger? Just make sure my head explodes. All right.
Continue.
That was good. Yeah, we'll get you that emote. But yeah, in this case, this is kind of like where the battle buddy system like overlaps in play, right? So like when your battle buddy is reloading or like doing something that's not involving guarding doorway or shooting, if you're the second like person like behind, in this case it's Xerox and he's my medic, he's tethering me. He'll immediately take out his gun while I'm reloading my Desi, to make sure that door is held until I'm done like reloading whatever I'm doing, and then we'll switch back and alternate back and forth. And that's kind of like how the battle buddy system works in tow, right? A, you have 2 people with you. B, you and your battle buddy rotate interchangeably depending on like what like action you're performing. If it's like shooting, then one's gonna shoot, one's gonna heal, or if it's 2 of you shooting, then 2 are gonna shoot. And in the case of one has to reload or one dies, and one takes over for the other, right? That way, whatever door you're holding or whatever defense you're doing, there's always somebody there all the time, protecting whatever you're supposed to protect, right?
Unbelievable. And you guys are understanding that he's not standing in the middle of the doorway. He's maintaining his angle at the 45 degree, and the other person is holding the other direction at the 45 degree. Nobody has crossed through the doorway. Is your other battle buddy on the opposite side of the doorway, or your majority of your team are on this side of the doorway? I don't know how to explain it.
Right,
Currently, you're north. All your players are north of you, correct? Behind you, because you're looking south.
Yes, I'm looking south, and we do have, actually, I'm the only person, and well, me and Xerox are the only 2 people, like, on the north end of the doorway. That's what we're actually guarding now. The people in the south are actually guarding that south end doorway there. Like you see on your screen, Regal and Jimster. Alpha 7, I think that's Alpha 5. I can't really tell
Awesome.
the
When you
numbers.
kept, when you kept saying Xerox, I was freaking out. It's Xirock. I would call him IROC because I would know X is actually Xerox. It is then, guys. That's the name of it. He's currently number 3 in position. This work part is in the way, but that's him right there, guys. Continue.
Right, but as you can see, like Rigo and Jimster, like on their own doorway, they're doing their own like performance of the battle buddy system there, right? It's just 2 of them guarding another doorway on the other side, and then you can like see it like overlap for the doors. And then if you look at Bearwith and Sarmin on the same screen at 350, I think that's what's loaded up for everybody right now. They're kind of doing the same thing, and there's other battle like buddy groups like within our squad that's doing the same thing for multiple doorways right now. So that's kind of like what you're seeing, like in terms of the entire like point hold on the map. Although we're only watching like from my POV currently.
Awesome. And then the last question I would have basically in this situation is, what is currently happening with your diamond, spades, hearts, and clubs? Are they battle buddies zoning, or is this something different?
So that's actually something different. That's just for my organization. I kind of like keep my medics in one like fire team just so I know where they are on the map, and then like I kind of just keep the class icons. It's a squad lead preference. Like
So it has
Whereas
nothing to
certain
do with
groups are-
battle buddies. Those are your 3 battle buddies, and pay attention to that. If all 3 battle buddies go down, you know that battle team is not dead. You just changed it for your personal squad preference to know medics
Yeah.
are down, and you're gonna make a call. I'll call, guys. We need to basically
User
regroup,
entered
right?
your channel.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's a squad. That's a squad preference, and nothing to do
Cool.
with the battle buddy system. Yep.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Because I saw 3 medics in the same team. I was like,
Bear was
"Shit."
down. Dub's right. Dub's right. It's breached.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Someone coming me on Blair.
Shades, how's Woodsman?
Pretty
Get up.
bad, but I think I might get it.
There's no way I could help you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 30 seconds remaining on this base. They're currently holding with 13% population, 43 to 44% on the NC and the TR. This doesn't make any sense. I want you guys to pay attention to the mini map, guys. Their percentage is 13%.
Collapse point. All units. Collapse point. Collapse. 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 Get on point. Get on point.
There's literally 10 seconds remaining, and they've been holding this point this entire time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No! That is not cool, BWAE. You. Okay, great work, by the way. 13% with freaking 90% enemies on the entire map. What were they doing out there? Were they playing cards? Were they? I don't understand what was happening. Were you just like smacking them? Is it called clapping? I'm sorry. You physically take your hands off your. Okay, continue.
Well, in that case, like actually, we had because there was a TRNC like fight, we kind of just dropped on it. Just to explain the context of why we're using that example. Dropped on the base, and there just happened to be 2 different factions fighting each other. We just said we're just gonna take the base, and that's kind of what happened. But in that case, when you have like 3 factions kind of duking it out, if one faction's shooting the other, it is technically like, you know, a 10v40v40, but at the same time, you got to keep in mind the other 40% are engaging the other 40% on the other side. So I would say the odds are as skewed as people think it is, for context.
I see.
So,
Okay, because
yeah.
because a lot of us that were watching this video got a chance to see what battle buddies were like, and got a chance to see what you were doing in point holding and positioning. Now, there are some people in chat. I'm just going to bring it up just out of respect because I don't want to just always look like I'm quote-unquote a positive monster. I will bring up this little bit of salt that could occur in their stream. We noticed that your gun was using the Beetlejuice, and it basically has a heat mechanic, and it gave you the opportunity to not reload, and you just basically shoot, wait, wait, even go to decimator, switching back. How much of an advantage, in your opinion, are you having over an NC population group or a TR population group doing the same point holding? Do you think it's, in your opinion, have you tried other races and seeing what it feels like, or hey, you haven't had an opportunity yet?
So, in my opinion, it kind of goes both ways, right? So, the nice thing about the Beetlejuice is because you can, like, have it cool down on you and not have to reload, is that your uptime is extremely efficient. But because you only have 55 bullets, if a group of people decide to push, like, a large amount, like a small amount of us, like at a short period of time, 55 bullets per person times what, let's say 6, it's good for like one small group, but 2 or 3 is kind of like, you know, a little pushing it.
Yeah.
Whereas if we had the Butcher, for example, or the Godsaw, which is like 200 bullets per like heavy, for example, that's kind of where those guns shine. So it's a trade-off, right? It's not like, it's more of a side grade than an upgrade.
So it's
for most
mainly the
people.
enemy's fault for not basically flooding in versus VS players, and
Yeah.
basically flooding against TR players are going to have plenty of mag damage towards you, and it just gives you a compensation effect. I'm just trying to identify those 2 factors now.
Yep. If like a TR group decided to push a VS group with Beetlejuices and they did it like in small groups, they would have no chance. If
Very
they
cool.
did it in like a large flood, then that's a different story. But the
Well
reverse could be
said. I like what you
right?
said, and that gives me an idea that hey, each faction has their own faction-specific type styles, and that's very, very cool. And that was the Vow of Sovereignty, guys. That was the VS class that has the heat mechanic only if you get 5 Araxium LMGs. Is that correct?
Yeah, 5 racks from LMGs get the Beetlejuice, and that goes the same for the TR's Butcher and the NC's Godsaw.
Awesome. Cool. And I play on the TR guys, and I have seen, I do play on all 3 factions, but I did originally play 5 years ago for 3 years straight. And when I came back, I don't really feel like the TR or NC or VS are completely unbalanced. I've seen the TR win on Alpha Spotlight. I've seen the NC win at the TR, NC Spotlight and the VS win. And then seen them consistently at 32, 33, 33 across the board. Now, if we're talking about one-on-one fights, we're talking about other things. This is what Planetside is about. It's virtually impossible to balance 1,200 players with platoons running at 5 platoons thick and players are playing a solo level. Now, we're not talking about balances here. I just wanted to ask a Beetlejuice question about the heat mechanic because one person said it in chat. And so thanks, guys, for being super cool and respectful to BWAE, who is currently using a weapon that is, quote-unquote, not fun for the NC and TR to deal with. But I know if I ask right now BWAE a question about how do they feel towards TR weapons, they're going to say, damn, the Banshee's and all the other stuff. We can go down each and every single path of what we all hate from every single faction. We've had that conversation before. Thanks for answering that question. Shades, continue.
All right, so we're actually getting pretty close to the end here. We're actually going to skip slide 9, just go to slide 8, which is theorem shuffling. So that'll be the next video we're going to watch. It's a quick 1-minute video. Arshee, you might want to turn off the sound for this one so you don't get...
Roger that. Give me one second. I'm just going to go to, if I can find the slideshow. There it is. Okay, there it is.
Music over, you can too. Yeah, perfect.
Roger that. So this is the slideshow. We're going to see this is basically called Battle Buddy Basics. We just watched that, guys. That was slideshow number 7. Slideshow number 8 now. We're going to be looking at group video with Theorem Shuffle, and we're going to go do the watch together on that one. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my audio down just to show you guys the audio of the song so you just know for the first second of what it is. What is the name of the song?
I have no idea, actually.
Go ahead and push play, and then I'll mute it right away. Go ahead.
Okay. What?
Now you know the song, guys, and you just take my breath away. I'm just kidding. I can't do this. And so you're watching the Theorem Shuffle just doing the Take My Breath Away song. And, dun dun, dun dun, dun 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 dun, dun dun. You can just see Theorem just waiting for his partner in real life. He's just looking for his partner. That's the shuffle that Theorem is currently doing live on stream. He's just like, where is she right now? If I can find the one. Whoa! He's getting shot at. What? What is happening? Is someone actually shooting him while he's doing the shuffle? That's even better. Oh! Oh! Oh, nice dodge, Theorem! That's what I'm talking about. That was an epic dodge. By the way, only Theorem can do this. That's why it's called the Theorem Shuffle. I'm just kidding. Dude, this was awesome. Ooh! Oh! I think he's dead.
All right, folks, so that's this Theorem Shuffle. We're going to have Quinn now take everybody to the dance floor in VR training. So you guys head back to VR training real quick, and we're going to make sure everyone is doing a proper shuffle. Quinn's going to demonstrate one shuffle, and we're going to have some other coaches here demonstrate as well their shuffles, and then we'll have you guys practice your shuffles for Arshee to watch you guys.
I'm looking forward to that right now.
Hey, Shades, it disconnected me and I can't log back in.
Can't log back in. Okay, we'll get that fixed.
I got that disconnected as well.
Come on,
All right,
game.
we all got disconnected. No problem. We're just going to spend some seconds right now to go and try to hop right back in.
It took me a second, but it let me in. Just wait for the login server to approve it.
Big mega game is breaking.
Yeah, just wait. Just
yep.
The Red Knight, what you just currently missed, was the Theorem Shuffle. We're going to basically create a donation page for that man. He's currently going through a couple of issues with his body. He's got a lot of movement happening.
Anybody else that got disconnected from the game that needs their account back, let me know. Send a ping to Shades. Thank you.
Log back in, Shades?
Oh, that's way too loud.
It will definitely let you log back in. Just wait for it. The login servers for Emerald are basically all tied up right now with the large pop that's over there. So it's showing up on Jaeger as well.
Okay.
We're gonna enjoy a little bit of dance music, some EDM.
Yeah, just wait for it.
Oh. We're gonna do the Theorem Shuffle live on stream. I'm currently loading the game right now. If you guys are ready to do the Theorem Shuffle with me, we're gonna watch everybody. We're gonna watch everyone from Elway to B-Way do a dance party tonight on Jaeger server. We're on the Vods Sovereignty, and I hope you guys are ready to bring your energy, your hype, and we're all gonna understand how to do the shuffle together. Are you guys ready? Make sure you guys move those shoulders and those heads. Up. Oh! Yeah. I'm currently in the game right now. I'm going to head straight over to you, Quinn. Are you gonna be the one teaching me how to do the theorem shuffle?
I will once I can get logged in.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, all these individuals got disconnected with us because there's a 10-minute disconnector timer. We all got a chance to enjoy some epic showcasing from BWAE. These guys have been so cool to me and to everybody who's currently watching. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Now we're going to show off the theorem shuffle. I think the theorem shuffle is kind of like this. I think it's kind of like this. Like, kind of like, it's kind of like that. Is it like? No,
they're doing it down below in the final
got it.
targets.
Wrong. Yeah. They're doing it down below, not on the stream. There's a shuffle. Look at them go. Oh, looking fantastic. Look at this person move. Oh, yes. Look at these guys. Oh. I'm going to go observer cam. I have to show these guys in observer cam and how they're doing that shuffle down below. Unbelievable. Oh, how can you shoot these guys? That's a theorem shuffle, ladies and gentlemen.
C4.
Take C4.
I am loving it.
Also, one thing to keep in mind when you're doing that, don't go in the same direction, otherwise it's useless. It's really easy to hit. You have to.
Yep.
You have to.
I'm gonna get invited to the squad. Everybody in this squad is doing the theorem shuffle.
Well, that's why we're gonna talk.
We're gonna show you guys what it looks like to go down the middle and seeing how it feels like to shoot these guys during the theorem shuffle. I'm going right down the middle. Oh, look at that. Whistler is just in awe. You can see his face. Oh, got pushed around. Oh, we've got Quinn doing it. The platoon lead. Oh.
No, that's Dudis.
Dudis is doing it. I apologize. It looks like he's passing it around. Look at Dudis. Flutus is actually handling it. Oh, yeah. There you go, Dudis. He's switching weapons while doing it. You're a monster. You don't know if he's going to knife you. He's going to throw a rocket at you. And you can see right there, Theobald is... Oh, he's going next. You know what? Can I get all these players to go ahead and stand at the very top? And I'm going to call each of your names and get ready to make sure you memorize your names. And all of you guys are going to do the theorem shuffle in order.
We're prepping for that. Yeah, we're actually demonstrate it first, like with the instructor to like kind of explain to the viewers and stuff like how it actually works, and then after that we'll have everybody dance. Yeah,
I'm super excited.
All right, nerds, comms clear. Everybody to the top of the staircase.
Pretty top stairs, real quick.
Let Quinn have the stadium.
Yeah, I'm not logged in. Have a Dudis run it.
Okay, Dudis, you and me then. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Dudis is currently the platoon. Got it.
Yeah, so shuffling is, in essence, you're just moving your mouse back and forth. That's like the very basics of it. So to do a very basic shuffle, well, you're going to start out with W and then shifts because, you know, for it. So what you're going to do is you're going to do W shift and then you're going to
Hey Quinn, can you take over for Dudis? His mic isn't working.
I got it. If it's not working out for
yeah, let's reset.
Planetside is not letting me log into Jaeger at all.
Sorry about that. I think Dudis, you're keying. That's why. Every time you try keying, you're undoing it too soon. That's why.
He's actually got packet loss right now.
That's not good.
That's a big
Okay,
oof.
so what Deuce was saying was the basics of shuffle is basically we're going to hold our shift key. We're going to look straight first to kind of start out, and then we're going to actually do like a turn to the left about 90 degrees where I'm shooting at this wall here, and then we're going to do like a 180 to the right where I'm shooting at this wall here. But you don't have to exactly get like a 90 and 180 left and right. You just want to get close enough each time you're moving, and then hold your shift key and hold your W key as you're doing it, so that way you can form like the basics of the shuffle. I'll be demonstrating 2 shuffles tonight. The first one is the really basic one. You're going to hold your shift key, then you're going to press W. You're going to look left and right and just continuously do that until you decide to stop. And then we'll show the other one afterwards. So again, I'm going to hold my shift key. I'm going to hit W when I want to start moving. I'm going to look left and right as I'm doing it. And it's going to look something like this for the most part. And as we're doing this, again, just left, 90, right, 180. Right, I'm moving a little faster. I'm talking, obviously, and then we have to spin and turn around. We'll do the same thing, and this is the basic version of the shuffle.
Okay, this is what you see in other games. I've seen that majority of my time. Yep.
Now for the second shuffle I'm going to do, which is a lot more complicated. This one involves actually stopping and pausing, which is going to give you a nice little head bob, and then on top of that, you're also going to be able to do like a little spin, like it's going to be like a miniature like dancing spin move on top, and you guys will see what I mean a bit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my shift key, and then I'm going to hit W and A, look left like 75 degrees, and then turn right about 165 to 160, and then continually do that over and over again. You'll hear on my keyboard, hopefully, if it's loud enough, where I'm just like kind of pressing on the buttons at one time, Shift A and D, and then stopping, Shift A and D, stopping, while I'm moving on my mouse left and right, which is a lot more complicated than what I explained prior. So you'll understand why in a bit here. So here we go. We're gonna hold our Shift and we're gonna hit A and D. Once we turn left, and then once we turn right, we'll do the same thing. So it's gonna look something like this: pausing, stopping, and you can hear my keyboard. You can tell I'm like holding on to it a little bit, letting go, holding on to it, letting go, while holding Shift A D. We'll turn around, do the same thing, and it gives this little nice head bob and spin, a little dance move to it as we're doing it. And that is the basics to 2 shuffles.
Okay. Okay. Are you pushing WAD at the same time?
Yeah, I'm holding Shift A W at the same time, letting go, then holding it again after I move left and right. It's super complicated, I know, but that's why the shuffle looks, a
Dude,
lot
it's
better than the
epic.
prior one.
It's amazing. I want to figure that out. So I'm hearing, just do one side only and stop. Do the one side only and tell me what you did.
Okay, so for one side, I'm gonna look a little bit to left, right? I'm gonna hit Shift A W, right, and then look brace left, right, and then as I'm letting go, I'm gonna turn to the right and hit Shift A W again, and then let go, and then turn to the left and hit Shift A W again.
Oh,
and then let go.
never D then.
Yeah, my bad. If I said D earlier, then
No, I made it up.
Yeah.
I put that in my own brain. I just want to basically figure out why didn't you switch to the D? You're just going to stick to A, W, and Shift. Would you ever need to put a D movement in there, or is it going to ruin it?
So some players actually do a D movement to it. It just depends on kind of how they're looking and what
Oh,
degrees.
crap, you just did something crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you can add a D. Like, this is like the D version, and
What
then you can go back to the A. Yeah.
You should see it on my screen. That's even worse than what you did earlier.
It depends on like what the person's actually doing, but for most intents and purposes, a lot of people kind of like want to stick to the basics of it, because the adding this to it and then turning around and adding it again makes it for like a really awkward movement, and at that point you're not running straight, you're like running like all over the place, right? And there's no like consistent escape route you need, because generally when you're doing this theorem shuffle, you want to escape from whatever enemy you're fighting against, because they're too powerful, or you're getting shot at by a tank or something, right? So adding this little D to it, like, it's helpful, but keep in mind that it's gonna spin your direction somewhere else where you don't want to be. Right.
Got it. And the sound effect of you letting go is the pause that you need. But what I'm looking at right now, you don't physically stop ever on my screen. Now you stopped. Interesting.
Yep.
Like, it's insane. Did you ever like let go of all the keys and then get back in at any given time? Did you ever get rid of the Shift, or like completely let your hand go while you're doing that, or was there always W movement?
So I usually kind of keep it on my fingertips. So I kind of I'll like hear when I hear, because I have a mechanical keyboard. Like when I hear like the sound of the keyboards like hitting, I'll let go for a bit, but I still have my fingers on tips to hit it again, because I want to make sure like there's a flow to it, right? Because if I let go of my hands completely, it's gonna take a little bit longer for me to get back and like.
Well, no, what I meant that like the idea is like, is all the keys coming off your keyboard and coming back on when your hands are already on there? Because if it is, that means it's not registering you physically stopping. Is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
The answer to that is, yeah, I think so. I believe the answer to that is yes, right, fellas? Yeah.
His
Sure.
W does lift up, and his Shift, his A does lift up at one point in time.
Yeah.
All of it's
so as far as I understand, like in the game, like you're still moving.
You
did
have this
register,
is like
right?
almost like vehicle movement, where you do have to decelerate. You don't fully stop on the screen, but on the screen you do such a weird movements because of the way the game is designed. Unbelievable. I see now.
And that is the.
That's
to
the thought
advanced
of what it
version
looks
shuffle.
like on my end, guys. It's an incredible movement to take advantage of if you want to reload, if you want to get from A to B, if you are redeploying at a spot that you know you're not supposed to be, you want to theorem shuffle all the way into a building. Typically, I held onto the medical applicator. I know you don't, because you're running in battle squads, because you have a, but unbelievable. Thanks, Trades.
All right, no problem. Okay, so
All right, your turn,
that's
Archie.
So
My
in other
turn!
news,
That
I
looks
think I
like-
figured out my mic.
Okay, sweet.
My
All right,
turn.
dudes, you can instruct the dance class. So we'll have everybody go upstairs now to the top of the staircase, and one by one, let's get in a single file line if we can do that, and we'll have everybody
boy.
dance.
Okay.
Arshee, we'll leave you for last, actually.
Okay,
so
that's
that way
probably a
you
better
can
idea.
watch
He's like,
everybody
I'm
else,
gonna watch you guys go first. I'm just gonna go observer cam and watch you guys go through.
Yo, coach is down
Observer
in the
cam
lobby.
is set up.
Yep,
All right,
coach-
so I'm gonna
coaches
play
can
some
come
music
down
while
once
you
to
guys are
make
doing
sure it
that.
works. Sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the solo dance from BWAE and LOA.
All right, 10:30, go for it. Not bad, 10:30. Come on back. Do like when you're doing it, turn around too. Halfway. Yep, there you go. So
There you
can see
go,
the front.
guys.
Yep.
You guys are getting ready to dance live on stream.
Okay,
There we go.
10:30. You got the dance. You're good. Next, 10:22.
That's good. That's good. I'm looking at this probably a little bit wider.
Yeah, come on back.
little bit.
10:22. Yeah, do that a little wider. I want you to increase like your mouse movements just a tad.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you got the ending part. Good. Well, if you want to do it again a third time, make sure you got your back and go for it. Okay.
You got a little narrow at the end there. I don't know
Just
if
so
you're
I could do this
tired.
just because of streaming purposes for you guys. Can I get you guys to have defensive shades do it one more time as a example to show where the lines he touches, guys? So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This is because I have observer cams. I'm kind of cheating. So he's going to touch probably this little corner point, and he's going to touch this corner point, so you can see where you should be fitting. So if you want to follow this line right here, follow this line, defensive shades, as a beginning. So that way people
Sounds
can
good.
actually get a reference of distance, so people know that. I know you guys are lining up in the kind of not center to that space, but try lining up to that space so we can see. Defensive shades goes more to the left.
Yep.
To that
so
square.
I'm gonna actually like kind of do it like that in the
Awesome.
shooting pattern.
Stand, so shoot, I just completely teleported through. Hold
Oh,
on.
teleport?
One
Okay, we'll come right
second.
back.
Okay,
No
I'm
worries.
right. Just stand right here.
Let me
This
know
center
ready.
part. That way we know the two boxes where you're gonna actually move. This is my idea of a reference of how far you're gonna move out. Thank you.
Okay.
And all of you guys who want to
Know
do
we're ready.
next after him, please make sure you guys do that too. I'm gonna be watching you guys on observer cam on top view. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
Then 360.
That 360 is dirty.
That was real dirty. That's super dirty.
And that's demonstration.
Okay, so
Focus
I'm just
that
going
way.
to show you guys one quick question. If you guys didn't pay attention to it, this is the line, and this is the line right here, guys. If you guys see that, he is inside of this box right here. This is the box distance. Don't try to go to that distance or that distance. This is where defensive shades was actually within that space. Good luck, guys.
All right.
A good
Archie, just for reference
point.
before people get started, yeah, Dudis is probably on it, but we actually use these staircases for somebody that wants to learn from the get-go.
Oh,
It's-
that's
it's a
even
little-
better.
So
Well,
like it's a little bit more narrow than this, but it's a rule of thumb, I guess. Unless
No,
Dudis has got a
that's
better one for me.
great. I love it. Smart.
Usually you can just go in the warp gate and do it there. Like the doorways in the warp gate, I find are a pretty good reference point for like the really tight shuffles that you can do. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. Because it's the doorways that are like directly out the warp gate. You spawn in, you see like 3 doorways. It's those doorways that I'm talking about, where you can just go from side to side in those doorways, and you'll get a feel for how wide you can shuffle.
You'd say that's probably about 20% more narrow than these staircases or so, right?
Yeah, that's like the narrowest you can shuffle, and then this is like the widest that you're gonna shuffle.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Alright.
like you can also mix it up a lot, and it looks very. I think it looks nice when you mix it up. I don't know if you want me to do it or not, but
No, I think we're good. Okay, who's lined up first here?
I
guess
think it's
it's,
1036. Yes.
10:36. All right, 10:36. You're up first, bro. Go for it.
Here we go. 1036. Look at him go.
Oh.
No pressure.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. Look.
360. Turn around.
Oh. Oh.
okay.
Yeah, Yours is pretty powerful.
I like it.
You're good.
That's good.
You're done.
That screwed with my head.
Been
That was
doing
really
it
good.
since tech test.
That was dirty. I thought at first it was going to be weak, and I was like, oh my god, it's good. It's actually really good. Dude. That's actually pretty good. You can see the smoothness in his feet. Ah.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
on
Q's
point with
already
the
got it.
beat with
Q's
his
already got
music.
Next, 10:33.
10:33. Looks like the basic version.
Yeah, he's got the basic version going. It's okay.
But it's okay.
It
'Cause
works.
That's probably where I'm going to be at.
Next.
Well done, 10:30. That was amazing.
Oh, Killer Toast is going. Oh, he's going. Okay.
Killer Toast! I would never want to fight you with that knife.
That's way too narrow.
That's too
Way
narrow.
Too narrow,
very
yeah,
narrow.
Yeah. Restart that, Killer
You
Toast.
you were basically running in a straight line.
Yep.
Trying to be a little bit too fancy there.
Yeah, here, watch. This is what you're doing.
Yep. That's what 1028 is just showing, and that's what Judas Blues is showing. Exactly. That was a little narrow. Keller, you can watch on the stream. If you have a 5-second delay, you can actually pay attention to what you just did live on stream.
All right. Go ahead again, Killer Toast. Want to restart
Killer
that
Toast, let's get him back in there. Here he comes. Let's see if Killer Toast will be a little wider. Got to move that mouse harder, man. You got to
Snap harder, snap faster.
Yep. Move that mouse
Snap
and
faster.
let go of that. Let go of those keys.
Okay, so it's getting a little. That was a little better than last time, so that's good.
That was better than last time.
Yeah.
That was definitely
I agree.
better than last time. 10:30.
see
Go
it.
ahead.
User disconnected from your channel.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa.
Funky.
Whoa.
Funky.
Oh,
I like
okay.
it.
All right, that works. 10:30.
Yeah,
That works.
Good. That's
Next, 10:20.
10:20.
Too narrow. A little too narrow.
A little too narrow. I think you got to start throwing that mouse around. Make that infinity sign, guys. That circle infinity sign to make it easier to remember.
So I think you might be throwing your mouse like quite a bit. So I want you to cut that in half, 10:20, and do it again.
No, you're throwing it. It's just too fast.
Too fast. Yeah, slow it down. Cut it by like 50%, and then
like
you might get some dramatic results.
Hold on.
Like-
when I say snap, like when we say throw it, like you're throwing it like side to side, like really quickly, like, which is good. It's just that you're doing it like this, which is like way too fast.
Too fast. Yep. So slow it down a bit.
Yeah.
Give it a shot when you're ready.
Just think of like a wave. A nice wave. There you go.
That's a dramatic difference already.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's better. That's a lot
Just
better.
remember these. Like, remember that BPM in your head right now while you're doing the theorem shuffle. That's
Okay.
smoothness.
Good. All right, Whisper TPS.
Oh, no problem, little. No problem, Bob. I was just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, that's pretty
Not
good.
bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right.
Awesome.
Rapid, I guess. What the?
Oh, Rapid from Go!
Rapid.
Look at this guy! He found a way to get to to this
Wait, how did you
location.
get in here?
How did he even?
Rapid, look at this man. He's like, I got this.
He's invading. He's trying to steal.
Let's see his movements. Oh, that needs help. Rapid,
Yeah,
you got to do it again, man. If you're gonna show up to BWAE's movement, you got to do it better than that.
Big help.
You know where you guys
Dude,
showed up.
Rel is never gonna give you a hug with a shotgun.
Yeah, he definitely won't. No, that's not happening, dude.
You better get down there and try again.
Get back in there, Rapid. We're watching you live on stream. I think Rapid is not in our team speak, so he has no clue. He's watching 5-second delay. That's why. So Rapid's gonna go in there. There it is. It's a little tight. A little tight.
Too tight.
Yeah, it's just a little tight. Only because I can see it from observer cam. Rapid. If you didn't hear it, it's a W, A, and shift movement, and it's a nice little movement with the mouse like this.
Yeah, Rapid, you're gonna come back for one of our
Yeah,
trainings
you
one
got to
day,
come
bro.
back
Yeah,
for one of
yeah,
those
that-
training movements for
Jesus.
B-Way.
All right, Nick, you're up next. Go ahead.
Look at that Elway you're showcasing right now. Oh, whoa. Oh.
360.
Oh. I like it. I think I like it. What do you guys think?
That's probably the most powerful
Yeah.
shuffle we've seen today.
Yeah. I like
only
it.
saw like 2 or 3 bullets hit on that whole time.
Yeah, I think that would be a pain for me to hit as a bull
Yeah, that was like a great
That was the
360 turn.
Most powerful
It's like-
shuffle that has ever. Yeah, but well, okay. Who's next? 10:30. Okay, go ahead. Give it a shot.
10:30 is gonna go. I'm gonna do mine next. I'm gonna have to do this next. I just need to know what the hell I look like. I haven't tried it. 10:30's gonna go.
Not bad. Not
Kinda
bad.
tight.
A little tight, but he's,
Alright,
I think
so-
he's like, yeah. Okay, next. Is that everybody? Do we...
No, I'm gonna try mine real quick.
Guess-
So
I
just
guess
to
we got
double check. Just to check real quick. So when you're saying WA and shift, I'm gonna turn off and then turn it back on when I'm looking left and right.
Yeah, it's gonna be WA shift, and you're gonna like as you're
WA
going
shift.
left, right? So I'll show you. So as you're going left, kind of right,
Uh-huh.
you'll stop a little bit, and then when you go right, you're gonna hit it again, and then when you're gonna stop a bit, and then you're gonna go left and do the same thing, right? Although I'm doing a lot faster than I'm saying it, which makes it a little bit more
So
difficult.
tell me when you
but-
do that. Just tell me like WA shift. Just say click, 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 click when you actually like go and put it back on.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so click, 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 360, click, 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 click.
Holy crap! So you
That's
look
also
left,
just
right,
one
and then click. Left, right, then click.
That's also just one of the ways that you can do it. You can do it in a lot of
Very
different ways.
different ways, yeah. That's just my formula. So,
You can throw back steps in there, everything.
yep. All right, so we'll have Arshee, I guess, do it next.
That's what I'm
and
doing right
then,
now. Is this am I even decent? This looks bad on my screen.
Well,
No, we didn't see it. Go again.
Okay, I'll go again. This is so hard because my mouse sensitivity went down. Everything went down, so it's just like super. I have so much room on my mouse pad now. Okay, let's try it. This is nerve wracking. It's hard. This is nervous. All right, here we go.
You guys.
My mouse is like freaking out.
Hey, guys.
Sorry, it's okay.
Is that how you guys look like? Not even close, right?
A little bit more janky.
Okay, so
give
like,
more jank effect, yeah.
Snap harder.
are you guys just basically going left and right, or are you guys making this like?
We don't really do that infinity thing either.
You don't
but-
do the infinity thing. I thought this was the infinity thing. So what do you guys do? Left and right?
Do that. Yeah,
Do you
just
do
left
this?
and right. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
No wonder it was weird. Okay, let's just do that again.
I think the animation, yeah, a little better.
A little better.
Okay,
Yep.
so tell me what that little better is. Like, so how does that look like on your end so I can get a better idea? If you're watching my screen, my mouse sensitivity is so low, so I'm going to actually click it up so I can actually make it go faster. Oh, that's way too fast. So...
A little bit better there at the end. Let me see if I can repro what he's doing to show him.
Do I have to go faster than that?
Like this, I think. Is this what he's kind of looking like a little bit right here?
Is that how it looks like on the screen, guys?
Yeah, it is.
Holy
that what
crap,
you're
that's
like?
bad. Dang, I need really...
Little bit. He got the animation broke a little bit, but
Okay, so the
that's-
reason why it's
that's
not
a
breaking is because this
basic-
is what I'm actually physically doing with the mouse. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. I need to turn this music off. So I'm physically going left, and I'm turning it to the right at 180 degrees. Do I have to go past 180? Past 180?
No.
Just 180, 180, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And then when that's happening, I'm holding W, A, and I'm not letting go right now. This is the basic one, right?
I think that's your best one yet, right there.
So this is the basic
Well,
one.
You're also trying to do a unique one that Shades is doing, but yeah, that's a better one to get down first.
And when you say snap, are you saying snap like hold the left and then basically look right?
Snap as in like moving your mouse faster.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Like when you look if I'm looking to the left, I want to snap to my right, and if I'm I'd snap back to my left and stuff. So that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Man,
it's a
this
snap
is,
and
this
hold.
is tough. So this is not basically looking like it right now. Snap
Yeah,
and
so
hold.
You don't want to sweep. You want to snap and hold as much as possible.
Hold looking at the left and hold looking at the right.
Yeah, essentially, like 100, like Shades was saying, like 165. Yeah, 180 never gets you anywhere.
180 is what you're gonna do in doorways to practice your width.
Incredible. I don't think I can actually basically see what I look like. I wish I had somebody streaming so I can see what it looks like on my end. So then I can actually practice the shuffle to the next level. Because right now on my end, I look like I'm basically about to throw up because I'm just like looking left, looking right.
That's not bad. Shades, where are you?
I am here. I'm here. What's going on?
Yeah, that's not bad.
I think I think that's improved right there. What's that? That one right there.
That one? No.
Because you're not trying to do shades.
I'm not doing shades at all.
Yeah,
So now I'm going to do
point,
shades.
yep.
So it's WAD shift, right? So I'm going to basically just go left.
WAD shift, stop, pause, stop, pause, stop, pause. Yep. But that's what I think about it.
That looks pretty accurate.
Looks better. Yeah. Looks a lot, but I probably 360 it.
I kind of wish we had someone else streaming so you guys could see each other's screens. See what
Yeah,
it
because
looks
I have no idea what I look like. This looks like freaking hell on my screen. I look like I'm freaking. How do you guys even determine if you look like whatever you're
these
doing?
guys can go and look at your screen.
So did that look like what Shays did? No, maybe not, right?
Pretty close. Actually, you're almost on the mark. So
I would
Okay.
say you could move your mouse left and right, like quicker. And what I mean by that is not too fast, because then you'll just end up doing this, but like fast as in when you're on the left side, like go as fast as possible to the right side and vice versa. Yeah, so you're really whipping it. Yeah, that looks better.
That's pretty much on cue.
Oh, sorry. I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm letting it go for each side. That makes total sense why it's not doing the weird swirl. I need to hold down.
Yeah, just long. I mean, that's pretty.
I think I know how you're doing it. You're basically doing a whip. Sorry, it's a memorization technique. I feel like, yeah, this is insane. I have to basically do some more practice. So it's for my thought is WA and shift, and you're looking left. You're whipping it to the right, coming back to the left, letting go WA and shift instantly, and putting it right back on. Doing another whip to the right, back to the left, and then remove and let go and do it again. And keep doing that whip action and making sure that whip is what's creating that flow that he's creating. That is pretty cool, man. I could be wrong, but I would love to see what's his name? Defensive Shades one day stream, and we can always just figure that out later. We'll just do a specific stream to what it looks like on his screen, what it looks like on my screen, until we can actually get it down on paper. But
sounds good. Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so that is basically the shuffle. Looks like most of our players here have done it, and then Arshee is able to get himself.
This is hard. So when you're seeing these people like not doing the thing right, don't feel bad. Guys, this is extremely hard to do because you don't have referencing as far as what it looks like on your screen compared to what Defensive Shades' screen looks like. Oh my God, Defensive Shades, can you just record a small portion of this exact walkway and just save that as a clip somewhere?
I will definitely do that, and I'll put it on my to-do list.
That would be super helpful. Then people can actually see that movement, and then the clicking sound effects. Maybe like have it. I'll edit it for you. Just send that to me. All right, thanks.
All right, no problem. And then the final thing we have to do tonight, guys, would be the sprint peak. That'll be the last thing to do. That'll be in game as well. If Judas, can you get a bus and drive us to that tower in VR trading?
I'll just sleep night, everyone.
Yep.
Good night.
Yeah, it's up.
Actually, that tower might be useful to show you what I'm talking about with shuffle distance.
I can open up a
so
thunder
the two
over here.
waypoints marked on the map, guys, at VR training.
have a
We're
thunder
gonna
over
get some sunnies and take a nice field trip over to Platoon Waypoint in VR, and then
You guys can
that's what we'll
respawn
do tonight,
if
sprint
you guys
peak.
want to do that. You guys want to respawn? I have a thunder there already.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I have to actually deploy that, and then we can
It's deployed.
get there. Oh, okay, sweet.
Yep. So
User disconnected from your channel.
doorway.
All right. We covered a lot of topics today, but this is definitely the
Yeah,
final
right
one
here.
for sure for you folks. Sprint peaking is pretty simple. It's different from obviously Ethereum shuffling as a different concept, but really easy to teach. Judas will demonstrate once you guys get to the top of the tower, and I'll be the practice dummy for that sprint peak. How that works. Do inside the C room, Judas. That way.
Okay.
What
yeah.
if you let do the sprint peek Arshee and make him stand where you're gonna stand?
Okay, actually that works.
So
That's
that he
actually
could, that
better.
way
Yeah,
he could see
you're
it.
right. Yep.
Yeah,
We'll have Arshee stand in my place.
I'm gonna show Arshee what I mean by like the shuffle distance as well with these doors.
You just stand right here, Arshee, basically where I'm standing, and then
that?
you just look straight. Yep.
Looking straight.
Judas will.
So this is first this is what I mean by these practicing your shuffle in these doors. You can just go back and forth.
Oh my god. There's a 0 chance I can actually shoot you that well. Well, only because my mouse sensitivity went down so drastically I could follow you finally. Before when it was higher, I would basically I would overthrow my mouse, but because of the mouse sensitivity, I'm able to follow you finally.
So yeah, this rhythm is that I find it easiest to just practice in doorways like this because then you get the rhythm down like really easily because you just once you hit the door frame you just go back.
That's unbelievable. I just want people to know that my mouse sensitivity has completely changed to a very, very low sensitivity. That's the only reason why I'm able to follow him. In average players, they don't have it that low, and nobody's really that comfortable and
you can
relaxed.
also see how the animation kind of breaks while I'm doing this too.
You're doing it per side. It sounds like you're letting go. You're letting go on the right and left, or are you doing it?
I'm doing it in a I think kind of a different style than what Shades was
it sounds
doing,
like,
but
his
I'm
style's
doing. So I'll tell you what I'm doing. D A D A D A.
Oh, you're not even holding. You're not even holding W.
A D. Yeah, I am. I'm holding W shift, but I'm just pressing D A D A D.
And so you're doing. Are you holding D when you're going to the right? D A, of course, going to the left, obviously, right? To make it so it's a little bit wonkier.
Yeah. So you're basically.
Your freaking mouse.
Do
you have the same mouse sense as us?
You're essentially helping the turn. So like, if I want to go to the right, I will turn my mouse to the right, and I will also press D, and this is also while pressing W and Shift.
I see.
So it kind of like accelerates it a little bit.
Yep, and as long as you're touching the doorways, that means you did one full stroke. Yep, so as long as you're going back and forth and you're touching the doorways completely, that's a full stroke to practice your shuffling as well.
Damn. Yep. And you all have the same mouse sense, right? It's not like you increased it just for this event?
No. We're all have different senses. Most of us, yeah.
I'm just used to it.
The only thing is, like, most of us have 800 DPI. That's probably the only concurrent thing.
The biggest thing that's happening to me right now is this new mouse sense is making it so hard to whip across this damn mouse pad to get to that.
Yeah, it's something.
It takes a while to get used to a new sensitivity.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
bigger mouse pad helps.
Yeah. It was a huge one. I just never used it. I put stuff all over it because I didn't have to worry about that. Now I have this all cleared out.
Anyway,
let's
so
talk
sprint
peeking.
Yep. So
guys, clear out of the way,
same spot like you were, Arshee, where you were. And so what's gonna happen here is Judas is gonna demonstrate the sprint peak. Arshee, on your screen, you'll see what the sprint peak is for your viewers. Everybody else, you can line up behind Judas. That would be nice on the backside here.
Okay, so anybody that's currently inside of the view, let me go ahead and leave the squad. I'm gonna leave, because that way I don't see those little markers.
Okay, yep, sounds good. All right.
And there's still purple markers all over.
Okay, so I'm gonna I'll be holding one on your screen, and we'll have Judas as his reference. So Judas will demonstrate and talk about the sprint peak now.
Okay, so basically the sprint peak is using your brain to capture an image of what's inside the room. So like, obviously this is too slow of a way to check what's in the room, right? So what you're gonna do is you're essentially just gonna sprint at the door really quick, but don't go in it, and then just turn.
That was the same technique you just did earlier, right here. Right?
Yeah, it's basically kind of like shuffling, but you're actually trying to peek for information. So I'll do it in slow-mo a little bit. So like just imagine me sprinting for a second.
Right. Imagining right now.
I'm sprinting and I'm turning my mouse like
I'm gonna go to the observer cam just to show these guys the example when I'm zooming out and in. Oh my god, I just went through the walls.
I will stand in your spot, or actually 1022 stand in your spot. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so he's in the spot right there. Yeah. That's this individual. And so by zooming in to show you how much intel is going to come through that doorway, you do the fast version first, and then and then we'll do the slow version.
Okay, here's the fast version.
Okay, there's no way you're gonna be able to see that, guys. As far as an actual player to shoot him. Continue. So you tell me right now, you came in, you saw, and you know there's a player in this corner now, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So let me do it in slow-mo. So what I'm doing is I'm sprinting towards the doorway, and at this point, I turn around and I just go back, because what happens is your brain will just snapshot what's in the room as you're turning, and then you just turn back away from the door.
Okay, I'm going to show you from the backside. I'm actually an observer cam, just watching you from the backside. Do that again. So you're going to go with the shift. Imagine he's holding shift. He's running really fast. He's going to do a slow version. He comes in. He's turning his mouse left to go back out, because he is doing a shift movement. That is a W holding technique. So you have to whip your mouse backwards to get that incredible speed. Can you show an AD version, Peak?
Yeah, this is the AD version.
So that's the speed of the AD version. Let's show them the speed of the Shift W version. Yeah, you can see, like, basically it's almost half a second basically faster, which is going to only take one bullet if the person even paid attention to it, or he doesn't even have a clue he's there. That's an unbelievable amount of registered information. Unbelievable. Keep going.
Yep. And so, yeah, your brain is, as Conflict says, it's a pretty powerful camera despite all of its flaws. So it's essentially half a shuffle. So you're just, it's basically the 180 that we were talking about earlier, where you just go forwards and then just 180.
Wow.
So
And can you cue the target doing that or no?
No, this is mostly just for seeing what's in the room without spotting.
Mm-hmm. If you see a max unit, if you see that there's a Spitfire, you saw there's a proxy, you can actually dodge proxy damage, proxy mines, right? And
yeah, if you do it quick
claymores,
enough, you can just like run into it and then just run back out.
and it activates without getting you killed because you did not go through the damn effect. You're behind the wall. Really cool.
Yeah, if you do it quick enough, but
Sometimes you die.
Depends on server latency too, you know. But yeah.
This quick peeking is unbelievable. And this is called quick peeking, or is this called
sprint peeking?
Sprint peeking.
Sprint peeking.
There's a difference.
Shades, you want me to like sprint peek and then fire at him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Wow.
So peeking to gather information, and then you just go back and shoot.
And you'll still hug the doorway. You won't basically try to stand farther away from the doorway. You won't try to go on top of the jump on top of the box. You will do the same every time. This technique, knowing
User
that
disconnected from your channel.
I mean, you can if you really just want to screw around or something like that. You can just like sprint peek and then like sprint peek again or something like that, just to get them to fire the weapon at you, and then just go on top of the box and shoot them or something.
traditionally, I've seen people this basically if they're holding doorways or pay attention, you are at a disadvantage. But sprint peeking is a technique that I'm seeing right now, prevents the other people registering that you are an enemy. They don't even know that you're there yet because you got that information. Now you have the upper hand, knowing he's in the corner standing there.
Yep. Generally, because of reaction time and the time it takes to ADS, the likelihood of you getting shot by an enemy that doesn't know you're there is like near zero.
Yep. Unbelievable. This is gorgeous.
User disconnected.
I feel like I want to try all this stuff in live right now. Keep going. Sorry, my mind is exploding.
So the final thing to do is actually have our players do it now. So we're gonna get everybody again to line up behind, I guess me this time, and then we'll have you guys do it one by one and make sure we're doing it right. Do this if you want to be in the room to capture the stuff. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. All right, everybody. Let's see what we got here. So first one up is gonna be Nick.
Which one's more important for you, defensive shades? Do you want the camera on the outside looking at Dudis, and looking at the backside, or do you want me to be inside the room?
I think you should be outside the room where I'm standing, basically, or like at least where I'm standing, so that we can capture both the Dudis and the player.
Yeah.
They can. Yeah. There we go.
So check. Are you watching the stream right now?
Yep. That's good. That's a good. Yeah. Close. Yep. That works. That works. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right, Nick. When you're ready. Good.
Okay, that was good.
That was good. Yep. You're good. Excellent. Do it 3 times. So yep. There you go.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So we'll have everybody do it at least 3 times, and then the 4th time you'll peek out and shoot Dudis. Okay. Next. 1030. Not bad.
Yep, that was good.
Bad. Next.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
bad. I like
Next.
that. I mean, I can be a judge, but I can't be physically doing it myself.
Yep,
Nice.
that was
Okay,
good.
yeah.
On the last one, it looked a little shallow, but that's good.
1022.
No.
He got stuck on the wall.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happens
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah, that means mouse sense is basically too low, and he's just got to throw that mouse.
That was good.
Yep.
Something that helps is standing just a little bit further away from the wall.
Yeah,
Do it again, 103. You got stuck in the wall a couple times there.
try it again. It's all
Yes,
because the
it
mouse
is.
sense is low, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm having the same problem. Yep.
Oh, wait, you're going into the wall?
I know.
he's going
Somehow.
into the wall.
That's why you gotta whip your
I'm
arm.
pretty sure that's my connection. I'm not.
Nice throttling. Excellent.
You're gonna have a field day. You'll never get shot. This is great.
Yo, unplug your lag pedal.
Wall
Using
hack.
the foot pedal.
All right, Killer Toast next.
He's unplugging his Ethernet.
I know, it's like unplugging, replugging in like in the middle of a fight. Like, hey, brother, keep doing it.
Okay, Killer Toast. Yeah, you got it, dude.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
good.
You're good. Next.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty good. Yep. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah,
Wow.
Q's got it already.
That was good. I like that. Even the shots.
Oh.
Don't worry, when I get it, I'm just gonna be a fool.
That's good, yeah.
Yep, that's
That was
pretty good.
No, that's actually a good. Yeah, the
Swivel, yeah.
Swivel, man. How does he pull that off?
10:30.
Side.
I think your next turn. Okay. Oh.
Oh man, that was really good.
Okay. All right.
That
10:30's
was really
got
good.
it. All right. Who
Yeah.
hasn't gone yet?
I have it. I'll try next.
Okay. Arshee. Arshee's next.
Let me try this, guys. Let's see how basically amazing I am. Just kidding. All right. I don't think I have a clue how to pull this off. All right. So he's gonna do W, and then you're gonna go. Oh my God! How do you turn this mouse in time? Oh my God! This is
How heavy is
insane.
your
this
mouse,
mouse,
Arshee?
huh?
How heavy is your mouse?
You don't understand. The whole mouse sensitivity used to change. I mean, I could decrease it and cheat, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep it the
There,
same
is that
sense. Here we
better?
go.
That's better.
I can't
Yeah.
see anything.
Nailed it.
Holy
Yeah.
crap!
Yep.
I don't even know you're in the
Turned off
room.
the
Hold on, I
download.
gotta do it until I see you in the room. Hold
yeah,
on.
Yeah. As long as you see in the room, and then he can identify that you did it right.
I can't see anything in the room. That's the problem. Like, if you guys are watching the stream right now, tell me, everybody on the stream, can you see Dudus Flutus when I do that? Because I don't see him
So-
personally.
I have a question for you then. What frame rate is your monitor at?
240.
Oh,
Ooh.
well then I have no idea. Do you have motion blur on?
No, he doesn't.
I see him.
He's
I
not-
see him
he's
now.
not- Okay.
I
he's
I
got
have to
Yep,
do it
I see
slow
it.
enough. I have to do it
Yep.
slow enough, and I can see him now. I do.
Yeah, once you get used to it, you do it a lot faster.
Yep.
So I'm
You learn.
assuming you guys actually clipped capture in your mind. You stop your mouse movement and then you go back out. So you got like this is the way I can actually see it. I have to like kind of stop for a second, not
A
fully.
little bit,
Also-
but like the people that do it often basically just like they've seen enough to like, how do I explain it? They know how to identify targets easily, so they can do it really, really fast and efficiently, so they
Muscle
don't
memory.
necessarily have to stop that much, you know?
Yeah, this is. Am I stopping really hardcore, guys, on your screen?
No.
And the other thing is
Because this is the only way I can actually physically
really, really
register any
dark.
information. Like, I'm going in half a second stop just so I can
Yeah,
actually
I'm
register.
kind of up against the dark background, but
Do you guys see my screen, guys? Like, this is what I have to do to stop. This the knowing that I'm going to get some intel. But if this is not a good poke, then that's not good.
It actually doesn't seem too bad to me.
yeah, no, it's not. It's not bad.
It's not bad because that's the only way I can get this guy's intel on my mind.
See, the idea
Yeah,
is like
no,
when
it-
you
like I said, if you like once you do it enough and know
yep.
how to identify people
see.
in a room, it's a lot easier,
Eventually
especially
you'll-
when
eventually it'll come to the point where you'll be able to like hold your keyboard all the way through and not stop like you're doing like now, and then you'll just be able to identify them and just kind of like shift away right the entire time.
Makes
It'll
sense.
take some time. It's gonna take.
Yeah, this
you
is
know.
remember, guys. I'm completely ignorant to what you guys are showing me today, and this is amazing work. Great work on you guys on this part 1 series of the 3-part series coming up. Not today.
I mean, the turret's really easy to see.
No, the turret's easy to see. You're right. I mean, like that's instant. Like I can swipe instantly and know there's a turret in there. But the problem is his gear is purple. That background is kind of a grayish purple. His
Yeah.
stomach is
Yeah.
purple.
See,
And
hold on.
now
I'll move
you
over.
underst-
I'll move over here. See if you can.
That would probably
see if
be
you
more
can-
helpful, yeah. And this,
You're gonna have to peek a bit further, but yeah, it should be the same thing.
Yep.
like,
And now you
it's,
understand.
I
the
have
plight
other
of a
people jumping around the
TR
back.
and
Let me
NC.
just, let me make sure that those guys are not in there real quick. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. No, fudge. Okay, I see it. I see a figure. Oh my god. If I do a switch, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna stop my mouse so I should remember. Nope, I hit the wall. But yeah, this is incredible. Like, if you guys are watching the stream, tell me, can you guys see someone in there if I flick it fast?
You probably need to like me.
No,
like me.
just take.
I mean, I do it a little bit slower.
Okay,
like,
so you do go
I
slower.
can't keep up. Like I
You
can't
could
keep
see
up
that
with, like these young
matter.
guys,
Nice
but, like,
job.
So like what I do is I'll actually like tend to my mouse will kind of like pause for just a slight
That's
moment.
exactly what I need to do. I need to pause for a slight moment, but then I'm an ADW out.
My movement is still gonna go to the left. Like the moment I pause my mouse, I'm already sprinting and pointed left a little bit.
Okay, so exactly what I
So
think you're
I
right.
find-
It's a microsecond, like point one movement to stop for me. Then I can actually physically see him.
I find when I'm doing it in a real scenario, you're coming in on an angle and it's a lot easier. You're not hugging the wall like a fucking creeper.
Yeah. He's talking about the fudge ice cream. It's fantastic. So
Ban.
don't worry about it. He's
Sorry,
okay.
that's right. You're
No
streaming. I'm
problem.
sorry.
Thank you
I'm
so
sorry.
much. It's not a big deal. Okay, so that's amazing amount of peeking, and I have to say I love to see that in live now. My eyes have to adjust. A lot of this has to adjust, and I'm expecting all of you guys currently playing this game. Don't stress yourselves out. Take it step by step. Remember, this is just helpful to know that this is tactics at the next level. This isn't a way to just enjoy Planetside 2. This is a way to step up your game so you can get the information you need without dying at every corner where you're just holding shift, walking in, you see the guy, oh god, and you're holding the button down. This is your way of peeking in the room, coming back in, and then focusing that target, and then popping back out. And I know this
Archie,
is...
to add on to this.
Yes.
Just for you. This also is information for the other side. If you see somebody peek you, now you know that they have seen you, and that the next time they come in, they're gonna know where you are. Right, so it goes the other way around.
So if you see a guy that peeked, look at this. Like, just do the quick peek, guys. You see that? You need to reposition, guys. He's going straight for that corner. You need to reposition and get ready for this guy coming back in less than a second. Oh, man. If you see a guy who peeked in, you better just start screaming and be like, that's what I would basically do. But
Okay,
yeah.
Is this wrap up?
Yeah, we're basically done now.
All right, everybody grab engineers. We're gonna send everybody to the ceiling.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
No,
Do it on a flash?
No, everybody to the first floor.
First floor it is.
Okay, all right.
What?
Oh, we can do it
This
that
might
way.
happening?
He just.
No,
he
we're
just
just all
takes-
gonna just all gonna stand on it. We're gonna
What?
send the whole squad up at the same time.
The bandolier. I need to basically have what? The mine carrier?
Where are we
So,
going?
yeah, you need first floor tank mines, and you need
Mine carrier,
it's
right?
demolitions pouch, right? Or no?
It's
no,
demolitions.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
mine
demolitions.
Mine
carrier.
carrier.
Mine carrier. Nice.
Wait, they split it at one point.
It's
Yep.
mine carrier.
Yeah, it's mine carrier now. It used to be demo.
And so we're all on the outside right there.
Yeah,
Can you
out
give
the
me an
west
invite
side.
again? Holy crap. Holy
Be
crap.
careful, guys. Don't accidentally blow it up.
Oh, God.
So we're all gonna. Are we all gonna? I think if we all stand on top of the mag rider, it'll kill us.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's gonna kill us below too.
Yeah. No. I think the mag rider needs to leave.
Magrider needs to leave.
Yeah, I think the mag rider needs. Oh, did anybody bring C4?
Before we...
Oh, okay, then hold on.
Nick, bring
Okay.
C4.
You can
Hold
just
on.
shoot it.
Hold on.
No. We need C4. We need to make sure they all go at the same time.
Hold on.
Alright.
I'm so scared. What? Can you get a squad invite?
I thought I got you one.
We got.
I left on purpose because I wanted to not see the...
I see. Okay.
Everybody
Yeah,
should
yeah.
crouch and stand in the same spot so we all just like fly off in different directions.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so everybody crouch into each other. Crouch into each other. Keep crouching into each other, guys. Keep crouching, and we're all going to look to the east, so all our heads are looking east, so we can
C4
actually
is
line up
already down.
perfectly. Everybody
Alright.
look east.
Nick, have the honors.
Wait. Do we? I'm going to watch you. Should I be in it? I'm going to watch you guys do this. This is even better.
Okay. Alright,
I'm gonna go observer cam, and I'm gonna go and make sure I'm ready to watch this and fly up with you guys and follow this movement. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna basically cue you guys off. We're about to watch these guys embark on an incredible journey. BWAE, LWAE, Workshop Training Part 1 is officially over. Godspeed! And here they go! What just happened? Majority of them just flew in the sky. We're currently looking at 1036 is flying in the sky. Who's the winner? Oh, 1033 just has drifter jets. Little.
That's interesting.
He's
You don't
like,
get launched. You don't get launched if you're crouching into someone.
I
sometimes.
That must be
believe I
different
can
because last time I
fly.
used to do this here, if you were crashing into each other, you would just fly off and people would go into the ground and shit. That's
That
great.
is awesome, man. You guys, oh my god, dude, this is the only one that died. He's on the floor. He's dead. We're gonna do some squat day on him live on
It was
stream.
definitely
A little bit of
dude.
squat day action to let him know how much we love him.
1028 died.
I died.
That is unbelievable. I've missed you guys. Well, hey guys,
I got flung
let's
all
have
the way into a rock.
let's have BWAE, let's have LWAE. Everybody who is basically here. Can I hear who is the LWAE member who has not done this before? Who is the LWAE member who is the newest?
Transform us over to the gear, right? Trans?
Probably.
Yeah, probably you.
Trans has a busted mic right now. He's waiting
No
for a new
problem, no problem. Let's basically get somebody from LWAE to just speak in. You want to basically announce that person. I want to ask that person. I want to ask that person a question. How much has this improved your gameplay, LWAE members, from this training session? Ooh, that was right in the butt. Is there an LWAE member that you can announce? Man.
Feared, any of you guys? Hello?
Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna ask Feared the Beard. Oh man, you got a beard. Let's talk about that. Fear the Beard. I want to know more about your experience with these training sessions. How much has it improved your gameplay?
It's definitely improved my gameplay a lot. I mean, I'm still got a lot of work to go, paying for when I was terrible at the game. But these training sessions definitely help me.
Do you
Especially
know?
if we do communications.
Do you know how much more confidence you have in the game now since this event happens? Because I'm actually gaining a ton more confidence for just sitting here and watching you guys pull this off. I know that we spend so much more time than the average, but that's what I needed to register in my brain to become more proficient. Because like that's the way. When I lock it down, I have it down for life, and that's what I'm still missing. The shuffle. I need to see that video, and then I'll have it down for life. And how about you guys? Like, what's currently something you're still working on that this training did help a bit, but it's still not 100% for you? Fear the Beard.
I would say, yeah, definitely my shuffle still needs work. My aim still needs work, obviously. That's why I'm still that way.
Oh my god, he landed it. That was the most trick shot of all time. Sorry for the beard. I'm getting super distracted. So your aim still needs work. So Fear the Beard. You were telling me right now that your aim still needs work. Is it the idea of aiming in close quarters or mid range? What is it?
Just consecutively landing headshots.
Nice. That's unbelievable. And what is your current KDR, if you don't mind me asking? If that's not really important.
Depends on which character I go to.
Whoa, wait. What's your improved KPM? We don't do KDR.
KPM. What does that stand for?
KPM, I'd have to look at
kills
it.
per minute.
Kills per minute, correct.
You're joking.
I'm almost up to the 60. I think I'm around 50 something.
60 kills per minute.
No,
hours.
That's
per hour.
Yeah, KP.
No, yeah.
60 kills per minute.
60 kills per minute,
Imagine.
dude. Oh my god, he's a
Or
hacker.
close to the point.
Are you using the launch Zephyr or something?
No, that's the only tac driver in his
It's only
bastion.
tag.
Yeah.
Are you
I
using
will
recursion?
have this video, guys, for you guys in the Twitch link. I am going to, from a lot of requests I've had, a lot of people want me to post the raw footage from everyone's alpha spotlights on the YouTube channel, and I'm working on thumbnails. I'm working on trying to get them to be cleaned up a bit. There's over 5 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours footage on constantly of this stuff. It's very hard for me as just me and Ewog just editing this product on our own. It's all Ewog at the moment, and now I'm actually stepping up to do some of my own personal editing to add some thumbnails from one of our staff members in our moderator channel whenever we have an opportunity to showcase all of our members who are helping. I look forward to basically showing that as well. But we're going to be posting this on YouTube with the permission, of course, from LWAE and BWAE. Of course, their leads if they approve it.
It's all good.
It's public, yeah.
Public.
Awesome. And you guys heard it. You guys can immediately go back to this video in the Twitch channel right now for free. and I'm gonna basically post on YouTube for free as well. And you guys can take this video however you want and actually add it to your training regiments. Cut out my face down here and just use that whatever you guys need. Don't need my voice as well. But thanks guys for everything, man. That was freaking legendary. And does does TTP Shades or you man want to say something to all the fans that were basically watching you guys? Anything you guys want to say for
Hopefully
us?
that was, I guess, useful for people who are new. We know we covered a lot of things today, but big shout out to Arshee for like asking those new player questions. I'm sure many of you had. Hopefully they were all answered. Tomorrow we'll be doing workshop 2, which is gonna be a lot shorter than this one, so hopefully you won't be as bored. Hopefully we'll be on wall outs, call outs, and like wall jumps, which are like pretty simplistic in nature. And then day 3 will be actually a lot easier than that because it's a lot shorter. We covered most of the bare bones and like super not hard stuff, but like difficult stuff today.
Very cool. And so I'm going to try to basically see if I can participate for part 2 and part 3, and we'll talk more basically after the stream. And part 2, guys, I have a message directly from TTP Shades to make sure I can say this correctly. I did hear him say it. I'm moving up to see what the text is. There it is. Part 2 of the workshop and part 3 of the workshop is going to be the same time tomorrow and the same time on Wednesday. And then we have this thing called internals on Thursday. What does that mean?
So internals are actually when we like battle each other.
We're gonna be battling each other.
Yeah, like in the 6v6 or 12v12 formats.
Take everything you learn from the 3 days.
Can I come? Can I come?
We can practice like it was live server and do like 12v1 or something, right?
12 versus 1? I'm holy.
Yo, I'm down for that.
I am so down. 12 versus 1. I'm just kidding. I'll instantly die. But you get the idea. So internals. This is just LWA again and BWAE, correct?
We actually invite like a whole bunch of outfits for that, so we have tons of people show up, including like extremely skilled gamers more so than the people here. So
very cool.
Last event we booked
User in
40
your channel timed out.
40 odd players, I believe.
Yeah,
wow.
40, actually,
User entered your
40 odd
channel.
players. 2 sets of 12v12s, and then 1 set of 6v6.
2 sets of 12v12.
Yeah, that 6v6 last time was really good.
It was
like so close, so good.
12. It was 12 versus 12, and then another 6v6.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, yeah. So
I'm gonna ask where do I sign up to be a part of that 6v6 and 12v12 thing?
Just come in here. That's all you gotta do. Go sign up there.
Okay. I'm just gonna verbally sign up then. I'm gonna be a part of that. I want to see what it feels like to take the training, guys. I'm gonna show you guys a new player who hasn't been here for a very long time. I've been quote unquote outfit spotlighting, but physically playing the game has been very difficult because of all the interviews I had to basically prep for Rel and all the other stuff. This is the first time I'm getting back into the game to shoot people in the face, to gain some confidence, and thanks to BWAE and everybody else out there who helped me basically get that confidence, reshoot people in the face, and look and see how that translates. Don't blame BWAE if I suck. It's just me. I still need some time to figure out this mouse movement. It is literally this far apart just to get a chance to go left and right now. I'm flinging my arm. So I'm not used to that yet, but I have to get used to that. And so thank you guys from Madman, TTV Shades, BWAE, LWAE, Bushido Way, learning the way of the Bushido Way. A lot of ways happening tonight. And from Emerald, Vano Sovereignty. And thank you guys. And was there anybody specific that you would like me to raid from BWAE? You guys get the opportunity from ArsheeTV to raid somebody from Planetside too. Can you guys go to the Twitch channel on Twitch? Go to the Planetside 2 tab, guys, on Twitch, and let's find somebody where BWAE can show that love over to some other
Dim
members.
is on.
See Lord Dim Giant. Yeah.
Or Apollo.
Dim Giant it is. We have to hit him. That was awesome. I didn't know he's streaming. This is great. Let's go raid Dim Giant right now, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a fellow Planet Man who does a lot of work for Planetside 2. He has got his new Planetside project. He'll talk all about it when we go and raid him live. Let's go ahead and raid him right now. Thank you guys so much for the follow. Thank you guys for being here and being so freaking respectful, positive, and family friendly as best as you guys possibly could. Wink. My
bad.
Just kidding. That's okay. And thank you all for basically being here. Let's accept that raid. Let's go show the love over to Dim Giant from Connery NC. And thank you, and look forward to part 2 tomorrow.
User was banned from the channel.
No! Let's go say what's up. Dim Giant is not expecting this right now.
Building an entire city. Oh my god.
Dude, the man does battle.
This guy's doing battle, right? He's building a whole city on Connor.
User joined your channel.
Alright, see you guys.
Alright, guys, thanks for coming,
Yay!
man. Yep.